From pretty much the present, this is your host, Adam Graham, welcoming you to a week of old-time radio detective podcast from 2013. Because these podcast episodes are quite old, offers and information contained in them are not valid unless they are reflected on our website at greatdetectives.net. Now enjoy a week of podcasts from our archives at the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio. To the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham. If you have a comment, email it to me, box13 at greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives, and become one of our friends on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Detectives. And I want to especially thank Frank, who will be sending access to our premium site, which we do with all donations of $7 or more. And our listener support campaign is coming up at the end of the month. Love your suggestions on some additional thank you gifts that we can add, or if you have any suggestions for changes, you can take a look at what we used in last year's campaigns at support.greatdetectives.net. Now it's time for today's adventure of Frank Race, the adventure of the Fairway Beauties.
The Adventures of Frank Race, starring Paul Dubov. The war changed many things, the face of the earth and the people on it. Before the war, Frank Race worked as an attorney, but he traded his law books for the cloak and dagger of the OSS. When it was over, his former life was over, too. Adventure had become his business. The Adventures of Frank Race. And now we join Frank Race for the adventure of the Fairway Beauty.
Golf is a funny game. Usually, if a person applies himself diligently to a sport, he'll eventually come up as a creditable performer. But it's not that way in golf. A few people just have the knack. Millions don't. As for Mark Donovan...
Whoa! Race, look out!
He ranks with the great majority.
Hey, Race. That was close.
Missed me by a good inch.
Oh, brother, it's a good thing you ducked. What did I do to that shot, anyway?
You sculled it.
Oh, I did. Look, I hit down on the ball just like you said.
Remember that term we used during the war, Mark? Too little and too late. That's the way you hit down on that shot.
You know something? This is the most aggravating game which was ever invented. A little pill standing still, and the guy can't do nothing with it.
You're doing quite a lot with it.
Yeah, but never according to plan. Look, I'm going to try one more shot. If it don't come off, I'm heading for that blackjack game in the caddy pen.
Let's try some strategy to get on this green. What do you feel, like a hook or a slice? Well, you had a slice on the last one. So aim to the left. That should take it right into the pin.
Into the left. What pond over there? If it goes straight
Mark, let's face it. You haven't hit a straight shot all afternoon.
Well, if we really face it, I ain't never hit a straight shot in my whole life.
You've been slicing most of the time. So aim for that pond and watch it fade right onto the carpet. You see what it... Uh-oh.
Race, it's heading right for the...
I'm sorry, Mark. I gave you poor advice.
Look, the poorest advice you ever gave me is when you talked me into taking up this game. I'm through. I'm finished.
Relax, Marcus. It's all in fun.
This is what I'm having fun. Look, we've got 4 more holes to finish. Go ahead, play 'em. See you at the clubhouse. If I ain't there, take a peek in the caddy pen.
But 45 minutes later, as I paid off the caddy on the 18th green, I saw I wasn't going to have to look very far to find Donovan. He had planted himself on the practice tee and was goggling at a couple of girls who were hitting shots. Since Mark has excellent taste when it comes to feminine allure, I wandered over there myself.
Oh, it's your race.
What happened to the blackjack game?
Money ain't everything. Take it here this time. Not only are they a duo of the dainties, but watch how they lamb them boys. You know, I gotta admit it, man. It's just California's a wonderful place. Good shot.
They should be good. Know who they are?
No, but I ain't playing down any invitation.
The one with the deep tan is Zoe Fournier. She's the National Women's Open and Amateur champion. Has been for the last 3 years. British champion, too. Probably the greatest woman player of all time.
You can argue that one. Look, about the petite lady. She is nothing but a double grade A tip.
Barbara Stanford, California champion.
Hey, you know these things?
I know Zoe Fournier pretty well. I used to...
No, looks like she remembers you. She's in this room.
Well, Frank Ray. Or may I never hit another golf shot.
Which would be the tragedy of the decade. You're in wonderful form, Zoe.
Frank, it's wonderful seeing you again. Babs, come over here. You're in California, Frank.
We just came down from Vancouver, been loafing. Zoe, this is Mark Donovan.
Hi, Mark.
Hi.
And this very lovely thing is Barbara Stanford. Maybe you know each other.
Not nearly as well as I think we do. Oh, Bob.
Oh, this is fun.
Everything is fun when it's with other men. Isn't it, Zoe?
He stood off about 8 or 10 feet from us. Judging from the clothes he had on, he wasn't there to play golf. His features, set in a mask of bitterness, had bad news written all over them.
Vicky, I didn't know you were around.
That's nothing new, is it?
You're not going to be a problem, are you, Vic?
Oh, that's right. You don't like problems, do you? Just sweetness and light. That's Zoe. Sweetness and light and fun with other men. Tell him to get lost, Zoe.
You're out of line, Vic. Way out of line.
I want to talk to you. Do I get to do it, or do I turn myself into a really difficult problem?
Look, chum, the lady don't have nothing to do with you. She don't
Stay out of this, chum. Me, nosy bystanders know nothing but routes.
Hey,
No, don't. Come on, Vic. We'll go somewhere else.
Wait a minute, Zoe. You don't have to let this lad push you around.
And just what would you do, buddy?
It's all right, Race, really.
Nothing is all right, and you know it. But stick around, Race, or whatever your name is. I have a personal interest in
Who is it? I'm trying to buy into a family brawl. Nothing come out of that.
I didn't know Zoe was married.
About 3 months ago up at Del Monte. His name is Vic now.
Certainly is. How about something tall and cool at the bar? On the practice tee at 30 yards, I'd been telling myself that this Stanford glass would be something worth staying in California for. In the clubhouse tap room at 2 feet. She made me want to become a native son.
What happened to your friend?
Mark? His gambling instinct reared its head. I have an idea he's now in the vicinity of the local blackjack soiree.
He's a lot of fun.
What about me? Think I could be a lot of fun?
With you, the word fun didn't occur to you.
No. What did?
Oh, no, you don't. I'm not going to give you a lead like that.
I'll wait. I'm good at waiting.
Are you there?
Up to a point, of course. Let me get a rundown on you. You're here for the Tri-State Tournament.
Yes, sir.
Then I suppose it's Seattle and the Women's National.
And I don't suppose you're quite that.
Rather play golf than eat?
Anything else you need?
That did it. I'll wait. I sit still for a prospect like that any time.
Sit still for an interruption to this tete-a-tete.
A lot of weight, a lot of muscle, a lot of tailoring in a double-breasted pinstripe suit. A look of bland friendliness went with it. The sort of look you get when you mention checking the bets in a high-stake poker game. He sat down without waiting for an answer to his question.
I'm Chuck Kendall, Private Dick, working for Vic Malvern.
So?
I wanted to make sure he didn't hurt your feelings out there when you did.
This sounds like a new one. How does the dialogue go from here?
What do you do for a newspaper boy?
Come again?
What are you? A reporter?
Why?
Well, we wouldn't want Vic to get in bad with the press, that's all. The guy's running for public office. What happened out there could look bad. It ain't really. Just a beef with his wife. Nothing to write about.
So Vic is running for public office, is he? You know, that intrigues me. It thoroughly intrigues me.
I don't follow you.
You wouldn't. But you can forget the publicity angle. I'm not a newspaper man.
Huh? You're not.
Do I sense a change in your attitude?
You're a witty brand of cookie, ain't you? I can see why Vic had an impulse to change your face around.
Got any more to say?
That's just one thing. Don't go bothering Vic. There's people who wouldn't like it. A lot of people.
I know, Kendall. You're a tough boy, and you got a license to prove it. Now, would you mind leaving us? I imagine he is. Quite hard.
Something else about that. She's in love with Larry Myers, you know?
I know he's a great golfer.
Zoe wants to get free of Rick Malvin and marry Larry. And Larry doesn't even know about that. That's why they're sticky. Larry is meeting Zoe here for dinner. I'm telling you, this is a very good plan. I think it's getting my way.
The sweet swinger, a great competitor. Not more than a couple of years away from the National Open Crown. This was the tag the experts had pinned on Larry Myers. But his usual poise wasn't with him as he came up here.
Hi, Babs.
Hello, Larry. This is Frankie.
Nice knowing you. Babs, I just got a message that Zoe's standing around. She didn't say anything. She just left word with the bartender that she wouldn't be around this evening.
Larry, I don't know what to
Telephone
say.
call for Mr. Frank.
Pardon me.
Coming back, Ray?
Certainly am, baby. Stay put. It was Zoe Frenier on the other end of the line, and the very tone of her voice said trouble.
Race, can I see you this evening? It's very important.
Melbourne?
Yes. I've got to see you.
Larry Myers is here at the clubhouse. Would he be any help?
No, I don't want Larry to know. Will you please promise me?
I'm a clan. Where shall I see you?
I'm staying at the Colonial Arms on Wilshire near Westwood Village.
Take it gently, Zoe. I'll find a place. What time do you want me to come?
You've got to go out for a while. I'll make it about 7:30. Is that all right, Reese?
I'll see you about 7:30. At the Colonial Arms, I found Zoe Frenier's apartment on the second floor. But in the hall, just outside her door, I was intercepted by a pair of citizens who could have qualified as bouncers at a longshoremen's convention.
Where do you think they're going?
I can't see that it's any of your affair, but I'm paying a visit to the lady.
In here?
Is it?
No, just now, you're not.
Been walking most of the day. I played golf this afternoon.
Then you should be in good shape. Where are you going?
All right. You've had your chance at being dramatic. You decide.
Look, friend. I told you once. What would you like? Special delivery letter?
Obviously, we've reached an impasse, but I still intend to pay my respects to the lady.
Nick. Here? Leave this pigeon down the stairs. Sure, Ogie.
Nick moved his mask toward me, reaching out with thick arms. It was an open invitation for a wrist lock, so I obliged, twisted quickly, and flipped him. Then I had Augie to handle, a good man with his fists. I took one to the ear that sent me lurching for the stairs, but I got one back. And Augie went down, only for a second. Though he wrenched up, came at me. I went to one knee and...
What goes on here, anyway?
This guy, Vic. He was just doing like you said, then he gets tough.
Where's Ork?
The bottom of the stairs.
This is getting repetitious. I came to see Zoe Frenier, and if you have any idea of trying to stop me...
Oh, you can see her.
Her apartment had been decorated to match the architecture of the building, an early American motif. I had a look around, noticed that the copper lamp hanging from the beamed ceiling had been badly dented by something. I tripped over a tear in the hooked rug as I moved deeper into the room.
That's it. Huh?
Very nice. Where's Zoe?
Well, she's here. But she's not going to say anything to you.
No? Why not?
Because somebody just cut her throat.
We'll return to the adventures of Frank Race in just about 1 minute. And now, back to the adventures of Frank Race.
She lay sprawled on the kitchen floor, her head almost under the table. One of her legs still doubled grotesquely from her death agony. Zoe Prunier, greatest woman golfer of all time.
Do you like that?
I don't. I've known Zoe for quite a while. This won't qualify for my marriage.
How do you think it makes me feel?
I don't know. How does it make you feel?
Come on out in the other room, Race. I've got to think straight and talk straight. I'm not going to be able to do either of you.
Malvern, the police, I don't suppose they've been notified.
But if they have, somebody else did it besides me.
I'll call them now.
Put down that phone, Race.
I can't stop you from getting lost, Malvern, if you feel like it.
I said put down that phone. Try anything fancy, and the next slap will be with this pistol.
Malvern, you have firm and compelling ways.
Just watch it, that's all.
Any objection if I rub my jaw?
You can get up. Sit on the divan here.
I like. That whack seems to slow down my metabolism a few points. You make good use of those shoulders, Malvern.
The snake punch, you know it. I had to do it, that's all.
You're an interesting case study, Vic. Where do we go from here?
I'm that girl's husband. I've got a hunch, you know it.
I know it.
It didn't take. I've been carrying a torch for her. It took a long time for that torch to die down even now.
Got that, too.
And you think that maybe I killed her?
I'm afraid a lot of people are going to think that.
Yes, that's why we have to figure on you for help.
You left me behind with that one.
I checked up on your Race. I checked up this afternoon just because I saw you with Zoe. I found out what you do. I found out that plenty of smart boys think you can run the ball.
I still don't get what you're driving at.
I want you to do something for me. I want you to go and talk to a certain man in this town. I'm asking you to promise to go and talk to him before you say anything to the police.
And if I don't, what happens?
Nothing. I get up and leave, and you're on your own.
Who's the man? Are you expecting me?
He'll be expecting you. His name is Sylvester Painter.
Sounds familiar.
It should. He's mayor of the city.
Sylvester Painter. I remembered a spread about him I'd seen in a national magazine. Resigned his office during the war to get into the service. Had been reelected in 48. He greeted me with a look of intentness and a firm handshake.
Sit down, Race. I just finished talking to Vic.
I may as well confess that I haven't the faintest idea as to what this is all about.
It's about a lot. Mostly Vic Melvin. How long have you been in town?
5 or 6 days.
You probably know what we've been through then. Mess we've had with police department corruption.
Yes.
All right. Now I'm going to jump back to Vic. He used to be a cop. Great cop. Youngest captain of detectives in the history of the force. He served in the same theater of operations that I did during the war. Oh, a lot of stuff has been said about what I did over there. Well, I started out as a major, ended up a lieutenant colonel. Vic began as a captain, ended up a full colonel, and did it with combat duty.
And this is the man who carries around a couple of boys who don't mind roughing people up.
Well, you see, Vic has been running for political office. And he's picked up a set of hangers-on who become a trifle overzealous at times. They didn't pull guns on you, did they?
No. Come to think of it, they didn't.
Well, this morning, I conferred with the police commission regarding our present emergency. I made the point that there was only one man equipped to become our new chief of police, Vic Melvin. And it's my belief that the commission is ready to appoint him.
Quite a situation.
Yes. But I'm sticking by Vic. When we talked over the phone just now, I asked him flatly if he was guilty of his wife's murder. He said he'd had nothing to do with it. I believe him.
So where do I fit in?
I want this murder cleared up and fast. I want a special man for the job. You. I don't think you'll just be working for Vic Malvern. I'm told. He phoned me twice tonight. The first time, he wanted me to give up on him. Forget about making him cheap. I told him what I'm telling you. If I can't turn to him, I don't know where I can turn. I don't have weeks to look around. It's got to be done quickly before real demoralization sets in. That's why I want a clean bill of health for Malvern. How about it?
What could I say? Later, when I told Mark Donovan about the assignment, he shook his head.
You're leading with your chin race. How do you know what's behind it, dear? Political, it'll be stickier than a hot lollipop in a kid's hair. And besides, how are we going to get into golf with you on a case?
Speaking of golf, reminds me of someone I could see. A lad by the name of Larry Myers.
Right now? It's almost 10 o'clock.
Probably a good time to get him. I'll catch you later, Mark.
Yes?
My name is Race. We met at the club, remember?
Oh, yes, certainly.
I'd like to talk to you a few minutes, Myers.
Why, sure. Come on in. Well, what's on your mind?
Zoe Frenier.
Zoe?
I thought you might be interested in the fact that she's dead.
Dead? Zoe dead?
It rocked him, and I could sense that he wasn't acting. But he couldn't tell me much. He'd been too numbed by the revelation. So I called it a day and went home.
That's your race?
Right.
Found out something about you tonight.
You had better luck than I did. What?
You are slipping.
Well, that's always encouraging to hear.
You had a date with a very pretty dame. You forgot all about it.
I had a...
Yeah.
Barbara Stanford. I was going to
Indeed.
join her at the townhouse. Did you think that...
I give it a lowdown on the whole deal, give her a big pitch about the mayor himself calling you in on a big case.
But she said I could drop dead.
With me doing the explaining? They should know better than that. I'm still waiting for you.
Marcus, you're indispensable. Dig me out a clean shirt, will you, and one of those new ties. She had a smile for me, and it was in her eyes as well, so I felt irate. But almost at once, she asked me to take her somewhere else.
I've been here so long, Ray. So many smiles of sympathy.
All for men, I bet. Those weren't smiles of sympathy, baby. They were muted wolf calls. All right, we'll hit for another spot. Where'll it be?
I'll leave it to you.
While we were deciding, I was paged for a phone call. Turned out to be Mark Donovan at the other end.
Been trying to get through to you for the last 30 minutes. You're being shadowed.
How do you know?
Caught up in the window when you left here. There's a guy staked out across the street. LG cab.
What kind of car?
Gray Chevy coupe, one of them new ones. Oh, something else. Larry Myers called. Wanted to know where you was. I told him about the dates.
That'll be all right. Thanks, Mark. I seem to make you wait and wait, don't I?
It's all right. This night here feels good. Just look at that fountain across the street, Ray. Beautiful.
Like to wade? Let's go.
Perfect. Let's run.
Hey, you're fast. You make me step.
Oh, this is going to be marvelous. Also, my shoes.
I think I'll take mine off, too. Hey, this grass is a little damp for sitting down.
Grace, that car, it's acting oddly.
Yes, it is.
Grace. Grace, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. Here, I'll help you up. Yeah, I'm all right, but that brought my thoughts sharply back to business. If it's okay with you, I'd like to go somewhere else before we hit that nightclub.
It's okay with me, but where?
Zoe Frenier's apartment. I have an idea that we might find something there that could throw a little light on her murder.
Will you be able to get in? How about the police?
No trouble there. I was made a special officer by the mayor.
idea Zoe was such a lovely girl. What's the matter with it?
Someone has just left at this station.
I can tell.
Cigarette smoke. Good. I'd have been disappointed if that hadn't been in this closet.
What, Rex?
This golf club of Zoe's.
I think it has something to do with it, dear.
That lamp up there. Notice how it's dented? And take a look at that tear in the carpet. Someone was making practice swings. They evidently got out of the groove. My idea that someone waited here for Zoe. Waited a minute. And while they waited, they could practice swings with this club.
Poor golfer to have hit that lamp.
A good golfer who suddenly turned nervous on hearing Zoe at the door. I wouldn't handle the club, honey. Fingerprints. I want to be able to testify that this club wasn't touched after I found it.
Whose fingerprints did they do?
Yours, honey. She didn't say anything, just stared at me from under those lovely lashes of hers. And I knew I'd hit it. Often a runner-up, but very seldom a winner. That's the way the records read when it came to the name of Barbara Stanford. All because of a girl called Zoe Planier. And Barbara hadn't been able to take it.
Those fingerprints, Ray. Would have put them on that club at any time.
No, honey. When we came in, you tried to put across the idea that this was your first time here, remember? I'm sorry. 10 years apart for you girls. Either way, you could have been clean, couldn't you, Babs?
I'm afraid of him.
It won't make any difference. Little chicken.
Well, so it was Kendall you hired to gun me down.
You do that too, did you?
Pretty hard to miss it. You'd never have noticed that car unless you'd been looking for it. My reflexes aren't bad. You hit the ground before I did.
Kendall? This is a very difficult man.
Yes, yeah. Which makes the case worth a lot more dough.
Write your own ticket. Just let me leave before you do anything.
Yeah. Go ahead, chicken.
I'm
You want someone? Why, you... Now, there was a pip of a punch.
We were lucky. He was trying to shoot in two directions at once.
Oh, don't get restless, lady. You gotta stick with us. I heard all that evidence, too, Race. But, somehow I ain't happy about this.
I'm not happy about it either, Mark. What's your reason?
Well, when you come to think of it, taking a babe like this one out of circulation, it's an awful waste of talent.
The Adventures of Frank Race, starring Paul Dubov with Tony Barrett as Mark Donovan, comes to you from Hollywood. Others heard in tonight's cast were Lillian Baeff, Frank Lovejoy, Tom Holland, Michael Ann Barrett, and Bill Johnstone. This series is written and directed by Buckley Angel and Joel Murcott. Music is composed and played by Ivan Ditmar. Be sure to be with us again this time next week for another dramatic chapter in The Adventures of Frank Race. Art Gilmore speaking. This is a Bruce Ells production.
Welcome back. Well, I have to say, Mark Donovan is one of the more handy sidekicks to have around. I mean, really, he seems to show up quite a bit at opportune times. And so I guess that answers the question as to what a New York cabbie is doing in this position. Well, that'll do it for today. Today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. Thanks so much for your support. I had to do a bit of detective work to figure out where this show should go. It's listed as undated on the Radio Gold Index. However, given the number of shows made during the 1952 season, which should be 7, This fits most comfortably immediately following last week's show. So here, as best we can tell from July 17th, 1952, is A Life in Your Hands and The Truck Engine Murder.
The National Broadcasting Company presents Earl Stanley Gardner's A Life in Your Hands. Was the car running? How did he die? Where was the body? Listen while we place A Life in Your Hands. You never know when you step from the safety of your home when you may witness a violent death and be called upon to testify as to what you saw and heard. Murder is a dark enigma that strikes fear into the heart of man. Strange, baffling, mysterious. But the darkest crime one man can invent, another man can unravel. Such a man is Jonathan Kegg, created by Earl Stanley Gardner, the world's most popular writer of mysteries, creator of Perry Mason, Doug Selby, and other outstanding characters.
Good evening, Mr. Kegg. How are you?
Fine, thank you, William. And you?
Up and down. You know how that is. I haven't seen you around the county building lately. Been busy catching crooks, have you?
No, I let the authorities catch them, William. That's their job, not mine.
Hey, Mr. Kegg, just what do you do anyway? I see your name in the papers all the time, but, well, I don't quite get it.
The Latin name for my work probably throws you. Amicus curiae, friend of the court.
You're not a private eye, huh?
No, indeed. In some cases of murder or larceny or whatever it is, I try to help the authorities find the guilty person through cross-examination.
Can you stay working at a job like that?
There's more work than I'll ever get around to. An act of violence comes suddenly. The witnesses aren't expecting it, so they fail to notice details.
Well, if I saw a guy knocked off, I'll bet I could tell you what went on.
You may have a chance to prove your powers of observation someday, William. You never know when you may be called upon to testify to an act of violence in which you have become involved quite innocently. Even now, somewhere in the city, there may be a crime in the making.
Get out of my house, Lorray. Get out.
Bart, listen to reason, will you? We used to be friends. I started you in the construction business.
Yeah, you made the dough and I did the work. Now I'm squaring things.
There's enough building going on in this county for both of us. Your bids are so low, you're losing money. What's the idea?
Okay, I'll give it to you straight, Lorray. I'm going to run you out of business. That's the idea. I'll undercut every bid you make until you have to fold up. And that goes for the Tahoma River Bridge, too.
You've never done a bridge job in your life.
After the meeting in Humboldt tonight, I'll do one. I'm offering them a bridge for less than you'd take to build a house. You're through, Jack. Washed up.
I teach you the business. I bring you up from a pup.
I told you to get out. Go on.
I'm leaving. Sure.
Might as well stay out of the bidding tonight.
I'll be there, Clayton. I'll be at that meeting.
Leave your boys at home if you know what's healthy for you.
What's that mean?
This busted nose. I know who paid those goons to rough me up last week.
Not me, Bart. I wouldn't pay anybody.
No, we're pals.
That's all I'm going to take from you. Oh, Bart, listen. You're ruining my company. I've had to lay off men, my foremen, my best truck drivers. Now you're saying I had you beat up. You can't touch me as a businessman.
Your reputation.
Don't push me too far. I'm warning you.
Get out. I didn't tell you to come over here and cry. Well, you hear me tell him?
I heard you.
That's the last of Jack Lorray.
You did a swell job, Bart.
What's the matter with you?
Lorray's tough. You know he's tough. You can't stand up to him like that and expect to... You're begging for trouble, Bart.
I can take care of him.
Look at you. If somebody hadn't come along, those men would have killed you the other night. Bart, you told me so yourself.
I was doing all right. I knocked out 2 of them.
There were 4.
Quit worrying about me, kid.
Jack Lorray hates you, Bart.
I can't blame him. I'm wrecking his company.
He has reason to hate you. He did teach you the business. You were friends, and now you're...
Oh, sounds like you're on his side.
I'm just trying to make you be careful. A man like Lorray, when he knows he's been double-crossed, really double-crossed, he might do anything and think it was right.
Okay. I don't want to hear any more about it.
Don't bid on the Tahoma Bridge. Stay away from that meeting in Humboldt tonight. Let him have the job. You don't need it.
I need the work. I need work so Jack Luray won't get it. I'm going to smash him, hit him where it hurts. His precious reputation, his company. Watch Bart Clayton go, baby. Ha, 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 ha.
Your supper's ready. Go ahead and eat.
Yeah, big-hearted tonight, huh? Don't I have to wait around for your kid brother to show up?
You might be late for the meeting in Humboldt.
Yeah. Hey, it's 8 o'clock. Where is brother Joey boy, anyway?
I don't know.
You're going to wait and eat with him, huh? Our big, happy family.
I'm not hungry.
Doris, when's Joe going to move, get out on his own? He's been hanging around here 2 years, ever since he got out of college.
He's been helping you with your work.
That's what he thinks, him and his engineering degree. Joe does it college style, and I go along behind him, patch up what I can, junk the rest. He's costing me money. I'm telling you, Doris, get that punk kid out of our house, or so help me, I'll... Hello, sis.
Hi, Joe.
Give me some more coffee.
Supper's ready, Joe.
Sit down, Joey boy. Sister's waiting for you.
I've got to wash up first.
Here's a towel.
Thanks, sis.
How's things out on the job?
Rain held us up. We may have to lay off tomorrow.
What's the matter? Didn't the professors let you work in the mud?
No use to pay men for standing around in the tool house.
Nobody stands in the tool house when Bart Clayton's around.
Sure, Bart. Sure. Oh, I drove one of the trucks home. It's in the garage. I'm catching cold and didn't want to stand around and wait for Limey to come pick me up.
The trucks stay on the job. I told you that. I want them ready to go when the drivers get there in the morning.
I'll have it back by then.
Since when do you get to work on time? I'll drive it and leave it on the job tonight on my way in from Humboldt.
You're going, huh?
Who said I wasn't?
I didn't think you'd take another job. We're behind on this one.
I'll get the bid. We start building that bridge the first of the month.
Eat your supper, Joe.
Okay, sis. The boys are complaining we're driving them too hard.
Complaining. Tell them to go to work for Luray. You, too. I wouldn't mind losing you.
I'll tell them, Bart.
He wants more potatoes.
I lost my appetite. I better get started.
Maybe you ought to leave the truck here. It was missing when I drove it home.
I'm going to take it back to the job.
Bart, if the truck doesn't work right, drive our car. It'll be dark in an hour.
I'll fix the truck before I leave here. I don't mind getting grease on my hands. I'm no college boy. I'm a mechanic. I'm a ditch digger. I'm a truck driver. I did it the hard way.
I was just trying to save you trouble.
I'm not going to have trouble. I'll fix the engine before I leave. How many times do I have to tell you to fix the engine?
Stop it, both of you. I can't stand it anymore. You pick at each other like... I'm going out.
It's raining, sis.
Where you going?
Out to the store. I don't care. Maybe you'll be gone when I get back. Both of you.
Now, take it easy, honey.
Leave me alone. I hope you get to build your bridge. I hope hurting Jack Luray makes you very happy. I hope... Goodbye.
More coffee, see?
I haven't finished this cup yet.
Oh, the rain sounds pretty.
Nice to be under a roof, though. Wouldn't want to be out walking in it.
Like poor Miss Clayton.
We can see real good living next door.
Yes.
She ran out the back door kind of sudden.
She slammed it hard.
Crying, too.
Oh, I suppose they were all fighting again. Poor little thing.
Yes, poor thing.
I think it's the brother. Two's a family.
Unless they have youngsters.
Oh, that's different.
Well, you just said two's a family.
I think it's the brother. But I don't suppose he has any place else to live.
Poor thing.
Oh, it's a pity.
Oh, how I would hate to live with that man, Barton Clayton.
Say,
well, you know what I mean.
Well, it just sounded funny.
Well, he is a terror when he gets riled up. I've heard him say terrible things to Mrs. Clayton and her brother, and...
Well, he does work hard.
Yes, that's a strain on a man.
Oh, poor thing.
Yes, it's just too bad.
Oh, here. Want to put your feet up on the chair?
It might be comfortable. They say it helps to circulation, too.
Oh, look. Look. There he is.
Oh, he's mad, too.
Going in the garage. Maybe he's going to leave her.
Didn't take a suitcase.
Probably wanted something out of the tool shed.
He's starting his car.
Sounds big. Maybe it's the truck.
We don't know much about trucks. Don't know about cars at all.
Oh, I always wanted one.
Well, maybe someday.
Always wanted one with white spokes in the wheel. They don't make them that way anymore. I thought about driving right up to prayer meeting in a car with...
Lou, there she is.
Oh, came back through the alley.
Sack in her arms, went to the store, I guess. It's a wonder she stays with him the way he talks to her.
Oh, no way to understand why people love each other.
No. It's nice, though.
It is. It is nice.
Somebody else back there in the alley.
Oh, I don't see anybody.
Gone now, I guess.
Where were they?
By the garbage cans.
Oh, probably a stray dog.
Well, I know somebody when I see somebody. I don't mistake stray dogs
Hard to understand why people love each other.
Yes, it is.
More coffee?
Oh, I haven't touched this yet.
Well, you just tell me when you're ready.
I'll tell you, Lou. Rain sounds pretty.
Nice if you're inside. I never was one to go paddling around like a duck when...
Lou, she's coming out again.
Oh, my, she's mad, too.
Going to the garage.
Oh, they're going to have a terrible fight. I just know it.
Maybe we can hear.
Lou, say,
something terrible.
Something awful.
Doris, what is it?
Joe, this is Bob.
Say, somebody's running up the driveway.
The man who was here earlier is Mr. Clayton's friend.
Jack Lorraine. I heard Doris scream. What? You killed Bart.
Dead. You did it. I know it. I know it. Don't let him get away, Joe. Stop him. Hold on to him.
Sit right here, Mr. Kegg, behind the desk next to me.
Thank you, Coroner Willett.
I don't mind telling you this inquest is wearing me down. 3 days, same stories over and over. I still think there's more to Bart Clayton's death than accidental. Carbon monoxide's so tricky, I don't know whether...
We'll see what we can find out.
Oh, I sure do. Thank you, Mr. Kegg. I debated with myself all night about calling you and having you drive way out here to Caney County, but
I'm glad to help if I can, Coroner.
Oh, it'll be a big help, all right. I don't mind telling you that I've been... what are they all jabbering about? Quiet! Quiet in here! The minute people heard I called you, they started piling into the room. Some here at dawn this morning. I don't know...
Are you ready to begin?
Sure. Quiet! Quiet! Now, this is Jonathan Kegg. You all know his reputation. Those of you who don't, I'll explain. Mr. Kegg isn't here to represent any side. He's not for or against anybody. He's what they call an amicus curiae, a friend of the court. In this case, friend of the coroner of Caney County. He's after truth and justice. You want to take over, Mr. Kegg?
I'd rather you'd ask the questions, if you don't mind.
All right. Joseph Kerwin. Kerwin, come up here where we can talk to you. Take a chair. I've been over this so often, I feel... your full name?
Joseph Harlow Kerwin.
Brother-in-law of Barton Clayton?
Yes, sir.
Describe your activities the night of the murder.
Well, I came home from work, drove the truck into the garage. I went in the house, washed up, and I was finishing my supper when my sister screamed.
You and Clayton quarreled that evening, didn't you?
Well, it wasn't exactly that. I'd been working for him. He told me I was fired. Might as well go somewhere else to look for a job.
He was kicking you out of his house, in other words.
I guess that's right.
You know whether it is or not.
That's what he was doing.
You'd had a lot of fights before. Maybe motive enough to kill a man.
I didn't go out of the house. My sister told you I was there when she came back from the store.
Calm down, Sandler. Calm down. Now, you didn't like the way your brother-in-law treated your sister, did you?
No.
He was mean to her, talked rough.
If he ever laid a hand on her, I would have...
Would have killed him.
Quiet.
Now, you're a graduate engineer, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
And the night of the death,
Excuse me, Mr. Coroner. Mr. Kerwin, was Mr. Clayton also a college-trained engineer?
He was a self-made man. Made it the hard way, and he never forgot it.
And he probably never let you forget you made it the easy way. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You resented this, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
You're excused. Mr. Coroner, Clayton died from carbon monoxide poisoning. Could that be the sole cause?
Well, there was a lump on his head, but the carbon monoxide killed him.
Then it might have been accidental death.
I don't think it was. Clayton got beat up by goons a week or so ago. They broke his nose, but there was a fresh lump on his head when I examined him. I think somebody knocked him down, and the carbon monoxide finished him.
It couldn't have been suicide?
Not Bart Clayton.
Who's your most logical suspect?
Jack LeRae.
Let's talk to him.
LeRae, come up here.
Mr. LeRae, why were you at the Clayton house that evening?
I wanted to find out why he was bidding low on every construction job in the county. So low that he lost money. Bart told me why. He was out to ruin my company.
What did you plan to do about it?
Clayton drove a truck for me 15 years ago. I taught him everything he knew about the construction business. I helped him start his company. Do about it? Well, I left, but I was mad. I drove around a while, thinking. Then I went back to talk to him again.
You were supposed to be going to a meeting in Humboldt?
That's right.
Weren't you going to see Clayton there?
I wanted to get to him first, try to talk some sense into his head. Like I say, I drove back to the house, parked, and then I heard Doris scream. I ran down the driveway. She and her brother saw me. Doris started to yell. Joe said I'd killed Bart.
Mrs. Clayton says you engineered a beating for her husband sometime last week.
Oh, I didn't. Bart thought I did, but I didn't. I'm a businessman. I wouldn't do a thing like that to a competitor.
You hated him. You know you hated him. You'd have done anything to make
Mrs.
him...
Clayton, I've warned you before. Another outburst like that, and I'll have you taken out of here.
Let's talk with Mrs. Clayton now. I'd like to hear her story.
All right, Mr. Kegg. Go on back to your chair, LeRae. Up here, Mrs. Clayton, please.
Mrs. Clayton, I want to make this as comfortable as possible for you, but you'll have to help me.
I'm very tired. I've answered questions for days. Go on, Mr. Kegg.
You understand that it's quite possible that your husband was not murdered, that he met his death accidentally.
He was killed. I know he was.
How do you know?
LeRae threatened him. They quarreled not more than an hour before.
Your brother admits he didn't like Mr. Clayton either.
Joe was in the house all the time. Bart was killed in the garage while trying to get the truck fixed. Somebody came up behind him and...
What was wrong with the truck?
I don't know. When Joe came home, he told Bart it wasn't working right. I tried to talk him into driving the car, but he...
Didn't you drive it to the store?
No, I walked.
Do you often walk in the rain?
The store's only a block away.
How did you happen to go out to the garage after you came home?
Joe told me Bart was going to make him leave the house.
That made you angry?
Yes.
So you went to the garage?
Yes, I found Bart lying on the floor.
Was the truck engine running?
No, I heard him trying the starter when I came back from the grocery store.
Were the garage doors open?
They were all closed. The door to the tool shed, the small door into the garage, and the big doors were all closed.
You didn't hear an engine running?
No. Yes. Yes, I did. It must have been when I came back from the store.
But you just said you heard the starter as you returned from the store.
I'm confused, but I did hear the starter, and I think the car must have started. Oh, I don't really know.
Then you believe your husband died between the time you came home from the store and went out to the garage?
I don't know what happened, except that Jack LeRae killed him somehow.
Well, now, Mrs. Clayton, what did you do after you discovered the body?
I called Joe.
And what did he do?
Well, he stopped to talk to LeRae.
Did you see LeRae?
I saw him running up the driveway.
If your accusation is correct and Jack LeRae did murder your husband, why did he return to the scene of his crime a few minutes later?
Well, he...
Had that question occurred to you, Mrs. Clayton?
No.
Can you prove you didn't quarrel with your husband in the garage and...
Stop it. You're trying to confuse me. That man killed Bart, Jack LeRae. He did it. He threatened my husband. Bart kicked him out. LeRae came back to the garage and... Maybe he was hiding. Oh, that's it. He tried to get away. We saw him running away.
I deny it. Quiet in here.
Coroner Willett.
Quiet, everybody. Yes, Mr. Kegg.
Coroner Willett, I would like to request a recess until tomorrow morning. At that time, I would like to cross-examine an innocent bystander.
I can't stand any more questions. He's guilty. I want LeRae punished.
I'm running this inquiry, Mrs. Clayton. In compliance with Mr. Kegg's request, this coroner's jury is now adjourned and will meet again tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
Jonathan Kegg is about to call another witness. That witness could be you. If it were, could you remember what you have heard? it would be vital that you do, for in this coroner's inquest, you would hold a life in your hands. Are you going to Chicago to attend the Democratic Convention? You can, you know, just by dialing your NBC station. For NBC will bring you right into Convention Hall by giving you the most comprehensive coverage ever accorded the nomination of a Democratic presidential candidate. From keynote address to final ballot, the NBC microphones will be listening. You'll hear the speakers, the delegates, the reaction of the onlookers in the gallery, and all in the comfort of your own home. Remember to dial your local NBC station, and you too can be right in Chicago, listening to history as it is being made. Jonathan Kegg has called his next witness. Two witnesses, in fact. Two old-maid neighbors of the Clayton family, Sade and Lou Trescott. The coroner's jury is in session. The sisters are before the coroner.
But, ladies, it's not proper practice.
We couldn't, Mr. Willett. We just couldn't do that. We go every place together. I wouldn't know what to say if Lou wasn't with me.
One witness testifies at a time. That's the standard procedure.
Then we'll just have to refuse. Refuse? Why, I'd be too nervous up here alone. Nervous and upset.
Under the circumstances, Coroner Willett, I'd recommend that this inquest grant special privileges to these ladies and allow me to cross-examine them together. They both heard sounds surrounding the death of Barton Clayton. Sounds that I believe have an important relationship to the death of Bart Clayton.
Quiet. Under the circumstances, Mr. Kegg, we'll waive our rule and grant your request. Please go on with your question. Bring another chair over here, Jones.
If you will take your seats, please.
Yes, sir. Certainly.
Now, you ladies, Lou and Sarah Trescott, live next door to the Clayton home. Is that correct?
We're neighbors. On the east.
Where were you between 7 and 8 o'clock on the evening of Barton Clayton's death?
On our back porch. It's screened.
Will you describe in your own words what transpired during that time?
Go on, Sade. You start, Lou. Well, I'd rather eat... Well, all right. Well, right after we'd finished supper, Joe drove in the driveway with a truck.
Did he usually bring a truck to the house?
Not often. Once in a while.
According to other witnesses, the truck was not performing properly. Did you notice any indication of mechanical difficulty?
I beg your pardon? He means, was the truck running all right? Oh, we don't know much about cars. We've never had one.
Did you notice the engine coughing or sputtering?
No. It was all right so far as I could tell. Joe left it going when he got out to open the garage doors. Then he drove it inside and closed the door. And we heard it running fine after that.
Will you describe the Clayton's garage?
It's big, and there's a tool shed on the west side.
Do you know the construction material of the building?
Well, it looked like cement before it was painted.
Coroner Willett, such a building is practically an airtight room, entered through double doors from the outside, through the tool shed. Now, to continue. When did you see Mrs. Clayton?
After Joe went in the house. A few minutes later. She ran out the back door.
How was she dressed?
In a light coat. And no hat on her head. She looked very angry.
Was it raining?
Well, we thought it was strange that she'd go for a walk. She always did that when they quarreled. Go for a walk to cool off.
When did you see Mr. Clayton?
Just before Mrs. Clayton came home. She'd been to the store. She was carrying a grocery sack.
You saw Mr. Clayton go into the garage?
Yes. Oh, he looked mad, too. We heard him trying to start his car.
Are you sure whether it was the passenger car or the truck?
Well, Lou said at the time she thought it was a truck. I did say that, but I couldn't be positive.
Did you hear an engine running?
Well, I'm not sure. No, just the starter going round.
Mrs. Clayton.
Yes?
Did you hear an engine running?
Yes, I did when I came back from the store.
Are you sure it was not running when you left the house before you went to the store? Now, remember, you were angry. You might not have noticed as you walked out.
I don't know. Leave me alone.
I believe we have a clear picture of what happened up to the time Clayton entered the garage.
I saw somebody in the alley by the garbage can. Oh, it was a stray dog. I told you that, Sade. I know a stray dog when I see one. I didn't see anybody. Too late. Oh, there wasn't anybody in there.
Ladies, please.
Oh, we're very sorry. We apologize.
Now, tell me when you saw Jack LeRae.
He ran up the driveway from the front.
After Doris and her brother were out in the backyard.
And Joe yelled, "You killed Bart."
Then she said, "He's dead. You murdered him."
It's true. He's guilty, and you're
Lorraine
right.
threatened Bart. That ought to be enough for any jury.
Quiet, both of you. A few more questions, ladies.
Yes, Mr. Kegg.
In this inquest, the sounds you heard are important. Now try very hard to remember accurately.
We certainly will.
Joe Kerwin drove the truck into the garage. He closed the big doors. Then he walked out through the tool shed. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Did you hear a car engine running after Joe Kerwin entered the house?
Oh, yes, it ran quite a while.
The motor was running after he entered the house. You're sure of that?
That's why we thought it strange that Mr. Clayton had trouble starting the truck. It had been going quite well.
Thank you, ladies. We're now on the track of a killer.
Yes, Mr. Kegg?
Bart Clayton died of carbon monoxide poisoning. The garage was a lethal chamber before he walked into it. Deadly fumes had come from the truck engine. He was working on the motor when he was overcome and fell to the floor, injuring his head.
What's your evidence, Mr. Kegg?
The Trescott sisters have told us they heard the engine running and heard it stop before Clayton went into the garage.
I heard it running, too, on my way home from the grocery store.
No, Mrs. Clayton. On your way to the store, you were upset, angry when you left the house. If you had not been, you might have noticed the engine running in the closed garage. If you had noticed, you could have saved your husband's life.
Oh, no!
Coroner Willett, the only way the testimony of our innocent bystanders, Sade and Lou Trescott, can be interpreted is that Joseph Kerwin planned the death of his brother-in-law, Bart Clayton.
You better be able to prove that.
Joe, you knew Clayton was to leave the house a few minutes after you came home. You left the truck running in the garage with just enough fuel to fill the room with gas before the engine stopped.
That's a lie!
You hated your brother-in-law. You wanted to take over his construction company and knew you could if your widowed sister asked you to.
Joe wouldn't do it.
When you saw Jack LeRae running toward you, it was your brother who shouted, "You killed Bart."
Yes, that's right.
Until that moment, you had no idea your husband was dead. Only the murderer would have known.
Oh, Joe.
Don't try, sis. I thought you'd be better off. I thought...
Coroner Willett, I recommend that your jury find that Barton Clayton died at the hands of Joseph Kerwin.
Oh, my
Mr. Kegg, now that it's all over but the trial, there's one thing about this case that still bothers me.
What is it?
The Trescott sisters, one of them anyway, was sure she saw someone out in the alley just before the murder was discovered.
That's right. Sade saw it and Lou didn't.
What do you think it was, Mr. Kegg?
I didn't bring it out in court. But for the rest of my life, I will believe sincerely and without question that what Sade Trescott saw...
Yes, Mr. Kegg?
...was simply a stray dog.
Oh, well. Mr. Kegg.
Yes, Coroner Willett?
As coroner of Caney County for the people, I want to thank you for finding the real murderer of Barton Clayton.
I appreciate that, Coroner.
When will we see you again, Mr. Kegg, as amicus curiae?
I don't know just where I'll be, but whatever crime occurs, you may be sure I shall again offer my services as amicus curiae, whether it be in criminal court, at a coroner's inquest, or in the judge's chamber.
Good night, Mr. Kegg.
Good night.
A Life in Your Hands is created by Earl Stanley Gardner with script by Doug Johnson, directed by John Cowan. Jonathan Kegg is played by Carlton Kadell, with musical effects by Adele Scott, conducted by Whitey Berquist. Engineering by Bill Knight. This has been a partially transcribed Bell production, and this is George Stone, extending a cordial invitation for each of you to be with us again next week, when the National Broadcasting Company will again place A Life in Your Hands. Tonight, join The Chase on NBC.
Welcome back. I really like it when Kegg goes in and he's performing his duty for a coroner's inquest. I tend to find that a little bit more believable than him doing it at trial. That it would be tough, I would think, to get opposing counsel in a criminal trial to agree to let some independent party come in the interest of justice. It's basically kind of legal fantasy in that way. It seems a lot more credible when he comes in to help a coroner's inquest, which is just investigating. All right, well, another good case with Carlton Kadell completed, and we'll be back next week with another episode of A Life in Your Hands. If you've not already, I'd encourage you to pick up a copy of my ebook, All I Needed to Know I Learned from Columbo. In it, we take a look at life lessons from 7 great fictional detectives after we examine their career and their history. It is available for your Kindle. It's also available for the iPad and the Nook. And if you have any other format of e-reader, you can get it over at smashwords.com. Well, for today's episode of Let George Do It, we have what is called in the promotional radio game an encore performance. However, everybody else calls it a rerun. This episode of Let George Do It was repeated, kind of a rare thing, but not so as much as radio continued on. This transcribed episode of Let George Do It, we heard, it was broadcast April 23rd of 1951, and we heard it back on June the 27th. This episode was rebroadcast August 25th of 1952, and the title is Sabotage. Please enjoy.
Personal notice, changes my stock and trade. If the job's too tough for you to handle, you got a job for me, George Valentine. Write full details.
Standard Oil Company of California invites you to Let George Do It. In a moment, we'll begin tonight's adventure of George Valentine. You know, there are 8 good reasons why Chevron Supreme gasoline works better in any car. And those 8 reasons are Chevron Supreme's 8 high-performance qualities. Quick starting, fast warm-up, full power, area blending, anti-knock, vapor lock prevention, smooth acceleration, and economy mileage. Remember that you get the gas with all 8 when you fill up with Chevron Supreme gasoline. So stop in tomorrow for a tank full at any standard station or independent Chevron gas station where they say and mean we take better care of your car. Sabotage, a transcribed adventure of George Valentine.
Dear Mr. Valentine, how would you like to do 3 things? See a bit of the world, solve a situation for me, and be of service to your country. On second thought, the order of those 3 things should be reversed. In any case, if you're available for such an assignment at your regular fee plus expenses, please call on me as soon as possible at the above address.
Yours very truly, Miles Carter, President.
Very interesting, Brooksy. I'm sort of a yen to see some more of the world.
Oh, so have I, George.
How do you know you're included in?
Oh, well, I don't, but you ought to be able to fix it.
Uh-huh. Miles Carter, President, huh? President of what?
Oh, let's see. Acme Mining and Smelting Company.
What? You sure?
It says so right here on this letter.
Well. I best get out there right away and see my client.
How do you know he's going to be a client? And why did you spark so the name of the company?
Well, it just happens to be a very big and important concern, Angel. Practically has a corner on South American tin.
Oh, is that where tin comes from?
A good deal of it.
And Mr. Carter has run out of stuff to make tin cans with, wants you to discover another mine or something.
Well, if that were the case, he'd hire an engineer.
Then what could the situation be?
I guess the best way to find out is to call on Mr. Carter. Put on your face, Brooksy. Let's go.
Valentine, let's start out with 3 facts.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Carter. But let's get to the
First, a quarter of the world's tin supply comes from Bolivia in South America. Second, American interests control 4/5 of that output.
And third, Acme imports more tin from South America than any other country.
That's quite true, Miss Brooks, but that isn't the third point.
Oh, I'm sorry I interrupted.
Well, that's all right. The third point is where you come in, Valentine.
Okay, let's have it.
In the last few months, Acme's tin production has been steadily slowing up. The mines are just as productive, but we're not getting the metal out.
I see. And, just how can I do anything about that?
There's some kind of sabotage going on at the mine. I believe it's a definite and well-organized plot to slow us up. And that means slowing up the defense program.
Well, just a minute, Mr. Carter. Isn't this a job for some kind of government agency?
No. The people at the bottom of this plot have planned things very carefully. They could smell a government man a mile away. I need somebody who will be completely unsuspected.
But wouldn't these people suspect anybody?
Not the way I have it set up. Valentine, have you ever taken pictures?
Yeah, sure. Of course, I'm not an expert.
You don't have to be, as long as you can be a photographer. I rather thought you might be interested in the job, Valentine, so I took the trouble to get this for you. Here.
Huh? Oh, official news photographer, accredited to staff of Events magazine. But
that's your entree. The editor of Events is cooperating with me in this thing.
Oh, yeah, I see. I'm to go down to your mines in Bolivia as a photographer and check into this sabotage thing.
You mean he has to go alone, Mr. Carter?
That's right. No. Now, wait a minute. You've given me an idea.
I have?
Yes. Of course, I should have thought of it. If Events magazine needs pictures of the Bolivian tin mines, it also needs a story to go with them. Can you write, Miss Brooks?
Brooksy,
yes,
I think
Mr. Carter. I was assistant editor of my school paper.
Good deal. I'll get you certified by Events, too. A photographer and a feature writer.
Have a look.
That'll dress up our investigation so nobody'll know.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Carter.
There's a Pan Am clipper leaving for La Paz tomorrow morning.
Have a look, don't
I'll make reservations for you both. That is, if you want the assignment.
Oh, yeah, sure. We'll be glad to go.
Good. And just remember one thing. You'll look like a photographer and a reporter, but your job is to stop a bad case of sabotage.
George?
Yeah, Angel?
The Acme office is supposed to be in this block somewhere, isn't it?
That's right.
There aren't any signs. How will we know when we come to it?
I guess it's an old Bolivian custom, Brooksy. Don't put up signs. Let them guess.
I suppose we could ask somebody.
Yeah, sure, I suppose so. How's your Spanish?
Well, it's a little on the Mexican side,
Hola,
but if we
senor.
have...
You got a camera, huh?
Yeah, that's right. And you speak English. So perhaps you could tell us how...
senor, you take my picture?
Yeah, sure, maybe. But I'm looking for...
I got a friend who is manager in the office of Acme Mines. He's right here, this building. You could take my picture there, huh?
The Acme... Well, yeah, I suppose I could.
Then you will come with me, Mr. Valentine. And Miss Brooks.
Oh, hey, now, wait a minute. How do you know...
We were expecting you, Mr. Valentine. I saw you when you got off the plane. I was worried that you might get lost.
Yeah. Well, since you know so much, where can I find a man by the name of Ed Burke?
Oh, that's easy. Senor Burke is the manager of the Carter Mines in Bolivia. I'll take you to him.
George, do you think...
I'm trying to. This thing looks a little screwy to me, but we'll go along with the gag.
I beg your pardon, senor. I am not a gag, whatever that is. I am Jose.
Okay, Jose. Just take us to Ed Burke. Now, just one thing before we get down to business, Burke.
Yeah?
What's with this Jose character?
The little Bolivian who brought you here?
Yeah.
Oh, Jose is all right. He does odd jobs for us around here.
What sort of odd jobs, Mr. Burke?
Oh, a little of everything. Drives cars, carries messages back and forth between here and the mines. He's a freelance pilot. Good one, too. Has his own plane.
I see.
Matter of fact, we've been using him as a sort of spy lately. When we go up to the mines, they always seem to know we're coming. Everything's set up for us.
But when Jose goes up there...
Well, he doesn't actually work for the company. They'd never suspect him.
Has he found out anything about this sabotage?
Hasn't been able to tell us a thing. That's why Mr. Carter sent you down here.
And where are we supposed to start, Mr. Burke?
I don't know exactly. I do know we've got a problem as of right now.
Oh, what's that?
Several days ago, a train loaded with ore left the mines, a couple of 100 miles up in the mountains, bound for Antofagasta.
Well, that's on the coast, isn't it?
That's right. Our shipping point. The train was due there 2 days ago. It never arrived.
But you must know what happened to it.
We haven't the least idea. It just disappeared into thin air. We know it left the Lolania mine. That's all.
Well, who was manning it? Anybody you suspect?
Not at all. Both railroad men from the States.
But who's in charge of these mines?
That's where I think the trouble lies. The top men at both Lolania and Unsi are Germans. But East Germans. You know where their sympathies lie.
Yeah, sure. With Russia, of course. But if they're the ones who are responsible for these slow-ups, why not fire them?
That sounds easy, Valentine. But these men have been in Bolivia a long time. They're under long-term contracts with big penalties if they're fired.
Oh, I see.
Besides which, we can't prove anything.
Uh-huh. Well, seems to me the first thing to do right now is to find that missing train.
That's right. Stalled somewhere along the way, and nothing else can get through.
Okay, let's start from there. You say this Jose is a good pilot?
Oh, yes. Very good.
Well, then, suppose we have him take me over the railroad route between here and the mines. Trains don't just vanish, you know.
Jose will be very happy to take Senor Valentine. My plane is already there.
Well. You seem to be handy all the time, Jose.
Sí, senor.
Maybe a little too handy.
¿Cómo? What, senor?
Skip it. Can we fly up to the mines and back before dark, Jose?
Sí. If we leave at once.
I'm all ready to go, George.
Angel. Next trip. I'm just going to do a little scouting this time.
But I'd like to go.
Valentine is right, Miss Brooks. You'd better go alone with Jose this trip. Next time up, he can take you.
Well, all right. I'll go back to the hotel and wait for you, darling.
Yeah, okay.
And if you find anything on the way, Valentine, please let me know at once.
All right, but how?
Jose has a radio in his plane. I have a receipt transmitter right here in the office. Call me as soon as you see anything.
Right. Come on, Jose. Let's go warm up that plane of yours and get going. Seen anything of that train yet, Jose?
No, senor, nothing.
Well, it's pretty hard to see from this altitude. Can't you come down a little?
Oh, no. The wind currents over these mountain passes, they're very bad.
Oh, yeah, sure. Hey, how many cars were there on that train?
I think there were 7.
7, huh? Well, that should be easy enough to spot even from this height. That is, if it's still on the tracks.
Sí, if it is still on the tracks.
Hey, wait a minute. Dip your starboard wing a little.
Sí.
Yeah, there's the train, all right. Where are we?
Yeah, about 100 miles back from the border of Chile.
Okay, good. Give me that radio transmitter. See anybody around the train?
No, senor. You see, the train has run off the tracks. It's against the canyon wall. There is no...
Hello. Valentine in flight calling Burke at La Paz. Come in, La Paz. Are you there, Burke?
Yes, Valentine. I've been waiting to hear from you. Found anything? Over.
Yeah, we've spotted your ore train, all right. The rail's been heeled over against the canyon wall. About 100 miles from the Chilean border. Over.
Looked like a bad wreck?
Not too bad. Guess a wrecking crew could take care of it.
Okay. Send the work train up right away.
Senor Valentine.
Yeah, what is it, Jose?
Something has happened. The gas is leaking.
Well, now, how could that happen?
I felt a jolt, like somebody shooting at us from below. Maybe shots hit the gas tank.
Well, can't you do something?
No. There's nothing to do. We must land.
Are you sure we had plenty of gas when we started out?
See, the tanks were full, senor. We must land.
All right, we'll look for a place. Burke, are you still there?
Yes, Valentine. I heard you say...
Wow, that was close.
What was close?
Somebody is shooting at us, Burke. Hit our gas tank. We got to come down.
But, Lord, Valentine, in that country...
I know. That's what I'm worrying about. Find a place to land, Jose.
I think so. If I'm careful, the plateau...
Okay, head for it.
What's that, Valentine? What'd you say?
Just talking to Jose. Now, listen, Burke, get this.
Yes.
Jose thinks he can land on a plateau. We'll make our way up the canyon to the wreck.
All right, I'll send the train.
Yeah, we can sure use it, all right. If we ever manage to land this crate.
In just a moment, we'll return to tonight's adventure of George Valentine. Say, don't forget the new low price on Atlas tires being made as a special offer by independent Chevron gas stations and standard stations. If you need tires or tubes, now is the time to buy. Famous for their rugged, long-lasting service, Atlas tires put plenty of rubber on the road. Their wide, flat treads give better traction and help you to stop quicker. And now, you can buy Atlas tires at a special low price for a limited time only. With Atlas tires, you get the added protection of the written Atlas warranty that's honored by 38,000 dealers from coast to coast. You get a liberal trade-in allowance and easy budget terms. You can purchase your Atlas tires at the special low price and charge them on your new Chevron National Credit Card with Chevromatic. Every motorist knows the proven performance and dependability of Atlas tires. And now is your chance to get these tires at an outstanding saving. Then you can be sure that you're riding on the safest, surest tires that money can buy. Better stop in tomorrow at your standard station or independent Chevron gas station and get complete details on the new reduced prices on Atlas tires and tubes. It's just one more reason why they say and mean we take better care of your car. And now, back to tonight's adventure of George Valentine. You're engaged by the head of a large tin mining company to try and discover the source of sabotage in the company's Bolivian mines. Before you can even get to the workings, the plane in which you're flying is shot down over the wreck of an ore train. If your name is George Valentine, it's a mighty pleasant feeling when you step out of the bullet-riddled plane on solid ground, and when, a couple of days later, you jump off the work train back in La Paz.
Hi, Brooksy.
It's about time you got back here. I don't suppose you realize I've been worried to death.
I'm sorry, I couldn't let you know, Angel. The telegraph lines were down.
I know, but...
Hello, Valentine. We got word you'd be in about now, so we came down to meet you.
You got word? How?
The telegraph line has been back in operation all day, darling, just in case you didn't know.
Oh, no, I didn't. Then I suppose you know the ore train is just a little bit behind us, Cliff.
Yes, that word came down the line, too. Tell me, what did you find up there at the wreck?
Well, it's a clear case of sabotage. One rail had been taken out completely, spikes and all.
Huh? You see, we've been trying to work on the idea of sabotage at the mines, and they probably outguessed us. They figured the best thing to do was to keep the stuff from getting through.
Yeah, that's about it. Then what we have to do is to check on the mines again.
Oh, we tried that.
Not with a news photographer from Events Magazine.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
And a reporter from the same magazine.
Oh, no, Angel. This is man-typed up. When do you figure you can get the ore train unloaded and started back for Lalagna and Uncia, Mr. Burke?
Oh, to be ready to head back up tomorrow night?
Good. I'm going to be on it, complete with camera.
So am I, complete with paper and pencil.
Oh, no, I told you.
Oh,
Brooksy,
now, don't be so old-fashioned, George.
Look, will you please...
Remember, there are a lot of good women reporters in the business.
Yes,
and
but
I happen to work for events, too.
Might be a little dangerous, Miss Brooks. Especially if they should get onto who you are.
They won't. Come on, George. You must be hungry.
Yeah. Okay, Brooksy, okay, you win. Well, keep us posted, Burke, and I'll be on that ore train when it heads back up into the Andes.
George?
I mean, we will.
But, George, this can't be the Lalagna mine.
No? Look at that sign over there in big letters.
But Mr. Burke said this is one of the biggest of them, and there's nothing going on around here.
Yeah, I know. Probably another phony strike or something.
Oh, well, what are we going to do?
Well, you're going to act like a very able magazine reporter.
And I hope you didn't forget your camera. Here comes somebody.
Let's see. Hello there. I beg your pardon, sir.
Yeah? I did not see you get off the train. Who are you?
Well, my name is Valentine, a photographer for Events Magazine back in the States.
Ah?
And, this is Miss Brooks, reporter from the same magazine. We'd like to see the manager here.
I am the manager. My name is Miller. What is it you want?
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you'd like to see our credentials, I guess. Here are mine. Proceed.
What? Oh, yes, George. And here are mine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see. You were sent by the company?
You mean Acme? Well, no. We had to argue pretty hard, even though we had letters of introduction. But they finally let us get on the train.
Uh-huh. I see.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to get much of a story here, though, does it?
Why? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, nothing's happening. What is this, a holiday?
Oh, that? No. It's too bad you cannot see us in operation, but you see, yesterday one of our machines, one of our most important machines, got out of order. There were parts broken.
But don't you have any extra parts?
These parts? Unfortunately, no. I have ordered them from La Paz. They should be in within a few days.
Uh-huh. Well, now, Doesn't help us much for the story and pictures for our magazine.
No, I suppose not. But there's nothing I can do.
No, of course not. You see, we'd planned to do quite a layout on both the Lalania and Uncia mine.
Yeah, well, maybe it's better you go back to La Paz and wait until we are again in operation.
Oh, better still, George. Why can't we go right on up to the Uncia mine? That train's going to pull out any minute.
Hey, yeah, that's right.
Mr. Valentine, for your good and the safety of the lady, I do not believe it would be wise for you to go on to Uncia at this time.
Oh, why not, Muller?
The natives who are working in the mines, they're threatening to strike at any moment. There may be violence.
Well, that would make an even bigger story and maybe some good action pictures, George.
Oh, yeah, but I don't like the idea of your being up there if there's going to be trouble.
You're quite right, Mr. Valentine.
I'm a newspaper woman, George. If anything happens up there, I'm going to cover it.
Yeah. Well, we've come this far. I guess we better get the whole story. Well, we'll cover your workings when you're in operation again, Muller.
Yeah, do that. Very well.
George, what do you think about him?
I think he's one of our saboteurs, but I can't just figure a way to pin anything on him.
Maybe we'll have better luck up at Uncia.
Yeah, and maybe not. At least we can try. Come on, Brooksy. Let's be sure we're on that train when it pulls up.
Golly, George, there's plenty of activity up here at Uncia, all right. Doesn't look like any slowdown.
That's right. I just had a talk with Schmidt. He's the top foreman.
Another East German, huh?
Yeah, but very friendly. He may not be mixed up in this sabotage business at all.
So what do we do, take pictures?
Have to, I guess, for the moment. But it...
Oh, what was that? I jumped a mile.
Oh, must be the whistle that ends work for the day. See, the men are leaving the buildings over there.
But this is early afternoon. Why would they be quitting now?
I don't know, Angel, but we'll soon find out. Here comes Schmidt now. We'll ask him.
He doesn't look like a very pleasant character to me.
Oh, these babies fool you sometime. Oh, Schmidt.
Yeah? Valentine.
Say, what's going on here? Why are you closing down? You always stop work so early?
No, but you see, yesterday I worked some men overtime, so we have a load for the train. They're worn out. They cannot work some more today.
Oh, I see. Well, that sort of spoils our pictures again.
Yeah, I am so sorry. Maybe you go back to La Paz and wait until we are working full force again, huh?
You mean you won't be working for a few days?
That is right. The train is loaded. We always give the men a few days off.
Then I guess we're out of luck.
Yeah. Now, you pardon me. There's a man over there I must see. The train will be leaving soon.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Schmidt.
George, what struck you all of a sudden?
Hey, I just got to look at that man Schmidt has to see, Brooksy, right over there.
Well, why would that... Oh, that's Muller from down at Lalania.
That's right.
But how did he get up here? He didn't come on the train.
Probably in that plane that landed a few minutes ago. Something's up, Angel.
Like what?
Like they suspect anybody who comes up here. My guess is they're getting together for a council of war.
About how to get rid of us?
That or something else. Hey, look. They're going in that shack over there. Let's sneak up beside it and see if we can hear anything.
Well, all right.
That's a tool house or something. It's a flimsy-looking thing. You ought to be able to hear something through those walls.
George, if they catch us eavesdropping, there's no telling what they'll do.
Careful. Don't make any noise.
I won't.
I'll get closer. You watch for anybody coming the other way.
Yes, George, but be careful.
Well, that's why I had to come here, Schmidt. We have orders.
But we have done what we were told to do. We have slowed down supply from the mine.
That's not enough. We must stop the supply. That's the only way we can put the American defense work far behind.
Just but how, Miller? If we make them refuse to work?
That's not necessary. If the railroad is put out of commission, no tin can be taken out.
Yeah, but we tried that before, and they fixed the railroad.
But when we have finished this time, they will not fix it for many weeks. Listen to me. The ore train is loaded and ready to leave for Antofagasta.
Yeah, I know.
We have company cars, several of them. They are mountain roads.
What are they saying, George?
At one point, the road comes very close to the railroad line, remember?
Yeah, there's still
Yeah. By leaving now with dynamite and a detonator, one can be well ahead of the train when it reaches that point.
Who can we trust to do this?
Ourselves, no others. We must do this ourselves. Who knows, perhaps we will be rewarded by the party.
Yeah, that's good.
Now let us make our preparation.
Come on, Brooks.
Okay, George. Well, George, what do we do now?
Take some pictures.
But those men were planning something about wrecking a train, weren't they?
Yeah, sure. But they don't know we know about it. They're going to start off on one of the company autos before our train goes back.
And?
And as soon as they're out of sight, we're going to take another company car and follow them.
Oh, well, I suppose you know what you're doing.
Just a rough idea, Brooksy, but it might work.
Oh, look, George. They're coming out of that tool shed and heading for the car.
Yeah, I see. I think if I get a shot at the mouth of the mine, it'll be pretty good. Stand over there beside her, will you, Brooksy?
Oh, sure, George. Tell me where you want me.
Well, right there's good. Yeah, that's very good. Hold it there.
So, Valentine, you decided to take your pictures anyway, huh?
Oh, yeah. I thought I'd get a few while we're up here.
I'm afraid they will not be very interesting without the workers.
No, that's true, but, we'll come back again for those.
Yeah. You are leaving on the old train, of course.
Oh, sure. When will it be pulling out?
In a very few minutes. I suggest you get aboard.
Yeah, sure. We'll do that, Mr. Schmidt. And, we'll be seeing you. Well, here's the place, all right, Brooksy. There's the company car parked up ahead.
Yeah, but where's Mueller?
Oh, down by the track somewhere, I guess. Now, let's get out.
All right.
Easy now.
I don't see them anywhere.
Just take it quiet like, Angel. Don't make any noise any more than you have to.
Oh, I won't.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, listen, here comes the train. Yeah, we gotta work fast.
What are we going to do?
I don't know yet. Just keep your voice down. Hey, duck behind these rocks.
What, did you see something?
I thought I heard something. Over there, by the tracks.
George, I didn't hear anything. Could it be your imagination?
I don't think so, Angel. I don't think so.
You can see a lot of track from here.
Yeah, sure. That's why they picked this place, I guess.
The train's almost here.
No, not quite, Angel. You can hear it a long way in these canyons. Won't be long, though.
George.
Yeah, what?
There they are.
Where?
They've been hiding behind those rocks, see?
Yeah, sure. But wait a minute. They're nowhere near the tracks. Just waiting back here. I wonder... Yeah, sure.
What, George?
I remember now. They were talking about dynamite and a detonator. They must be all hooked up and ready.
Do you mean they can set it off from here?
Sure, that's it. You stay here, Brooksy.
What are you going to do?
Sneak up as close as I can without attracting their attention and get the drop on them.
George, he's holding the plunger on that box.
I know. They'll keep quiet and come when I call you.
Okay.
All right, get away from that box.
Müller, it is that bad.
I said get away from that box.
Your gun, Schmidt.
Drop that. That's better. You might reach as high as possible. Come on.
You're making a mistake, Valentine.
Oh, yeah? I'd rather say you almost made a mistake. Brooksy!
Yes, George, I'm coming.
You see, Mr. Valentine, we can explain.
You can explain a lot of things later. Brooksy, Schmidt found it smart to drop his gun, see if Bowler has one on him.
All right, George.
But I do not have a gun. I don't carry a gun.
Just dynamite, huh?
No, he doesn't have a gun, George.
Okay, now how fast can you get down that bank onto the tracks?
Well, I'll try it and see. What do I do?
Flag that ore train, Brooksy. When you get them stopped, tell them they got 4 more passengers. 2 of them for a one-way trip.
When you buy motor oil for your car, you want protection against wear and repair. So listen to the kind of protection a fleet of taxicabs get by using heavy-duty RPM motor oil. With another oil, they averaged only 35,000 miles between overhauls. Today, using heavy-duty RPM, these same cabs travel 100,000 miles before overhauling. Heavy-duty RPM reduced engine wear and greatly increased the time between overhauls. There's your proof that heavy-duty RPM motor oil offers top protection and top economy of operation, the kind you want in your car. So get heavy-duty RPM at any independent Chevron gas station or standard station where they say and mean, we take better care of your car.
George, what will they do with those men, Schmidt and Mueller?
Oh, stick them in jail for a while. Sabotage, attempted murder, stuff like that there.
And when they get out?
I don't know. Fire them back to East Germany, I guess. That's where they belong.
George,
You, Angel?
Can you really use that camera?
Well, sure.
Then, will you explain it to somebody so they can take our picture? Maybe with your arm around me, with the harbor in the background?
Oh, I couldn't let anyone else use it, Angel. And besides, I don't think Events Magazine would take that kind of a shot.
Oh, George.
Tonight's transcribed adventure of George Valentine has been brought to you by Standard Oil Company of California on behalf of independent Chevron gas stations and standard stations throughout the West. Robert Daly is starred as George with Virginia Gregg as Brooksy. Let George Do It was written by Lloyd London and directed by Kenneth Webb. Ted DeCorsia was heard as Carter, Tony Barrett as Jose, James Nusser as Burke, and Fritz Feld as Mueller. The music is composed and presented by Gaylord Carter, your announcer, John Heaston. Listen again next week, same time, same station, to Let George Do It. Let George Do It is heard overseas through the worldwide facilities of the Armed Forces Radio Service. This is the Mutual Don Lee Broadcasting System.
Welcome back. I still wish they'd work more of a mystery into this plot. Just because, it was just, the solution was so obvious. Let's see. We have some sabotage going on that benefits the communist. And we have two people here from communist countries. If they had made the spies, somebody different, it might have worked a little bit better. This, of course, was pretty key for Let George Do It, as it marked George Valentine's entrance into a lot of the Cold War stories we've heard over the last few months. This, however, I don't think was one of the better stories, and I think there were several that were much stronger than this one. All right, well, we turn to listener comments and feedback, and we have this from Sarah, who says, thanks for doing this podcast. I have insomnia, and your podcast has kept me company many a night. Also, I have found that the sound quality you provide is much better than other similar podcasts I've tried to listen to, but had to give up on as being slightly deaf. I struggled to hear them, but I never had that problem with yours. Once again, thanks. Well, thanks so much, Sarah. I know that early on when my podcast sound volume on the host segments was high, some people worried I might cause a hearing problem. But I will say that Andrew Rhines really does a lot on the sound quality to make it better and make it more listenable. And so we're glad we're able to make that enjoyable for you. Well, that'll do it for today. Join us back here tomorrow for Sherlock Holmes. Today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. Thanks so much for all of your support. Here now is today's episode of Sherlock Holmes, The Adventure of the Grey Pasha.
From New York City, the makers of Clipper Craft Clothes for Men and more than 1,200 leading retail stores from coast to coast present that immortal character created by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the world's most famous detective, Sherlock Holmes, starring John Stanley. This week's story, The Adventure of the Grey Pasha.
Whoa, Grey Pasha, whoa. Holmes, perhaps we'd better leave the store. This horse seems on edge tonight.
Yes, in a moment, but first I must... Watson, we have a visitor coming through the paddock gate with a lantern.
Yes. The visitor Grey Pasha doesn't like.
Look out, Watson. The animal's gone mad. He's trying to trample us to death. We're at the door of Dr. John Watson's study, and we're about to hear another of his adventures with the fabulous Sherlock Holmes.
Well, good evening, Mr. Harris.
Good evening, Dr. Watson. Hard at work tonight?
Yes, I've just finished a rather remarkable memoir, Mr. Harris. It happens to be one of my favorites. And this time that word is apropos. In short, Mr. Harris, this particular adventure concerns the sport of kings.
Well, horses, eh?
More particularly, a horse, Mr. Harris. And after you've shown our audience why Clippercraft Close should be the favorite of discerning men at any odds, I shall be glad to relate this story. And I'll wager it'll hold you on the edge of your seat, right down to the finish.
I'm sure it will, Doctor. It goes without saying that you'll be cooler in a specially designed summer-weight Clippercraft suit. But you have another great satisfaction. People will remark how cool you look. That's right, you feel better and look better in your new Clippercraft suit because Master Tailoring assures you that this suit won't creep up or crawl or turn into a mass of ugly wrinkles. That special smartness, that wonderful cool look, won't cost you a lot of money either, because you can buy a tropical weight Clippercraft suit for only $33.75 to $42.50. You get a better suit and save money through the unique Clippercraft plan, whereby more than 1,200 independent merchants pool their tremendous buying power. You get the benefit. So common sense says, be sure your summer suit is a cool Clippercraft. And now, Dr. Watson, what about the adventure of the Grey Pasha?
Well, Mr. Harris, it took place in the spring of 1897, a few days before the classic Derby race at Epsom Downs. The odds-on favorite that year was a horse named Grey Pasha, owned by Lord and Lady Kempton. And the second favorite was Roulette, owned by a clubman and man about town named Alex Brand. Lord Kempton and Brand hated each other mortally, and London gossip whispered that Lady Kempton was the reason. Then one night in a London club, the two men gambled at cards. Lord Kempton lost heavily. And finally...
Well, Brand, you've cleaned me out. You hold my IOUs for everything I owe.
Oh, not everything, Lord Kempton. You still have one asset I should like to possess.
My wife, no doubt.
You forget your manners, my dear sir. Gentlemen do not bandy a lady's name over a gambling table.
Why, you oily swine, are you trying to teach me...
I'm trying to tell you that I'm interested in your racehorse, Grey Pasha. You bought him from me as a colt. Now I should like to buy him back. I'll cut the cards for him, Lord Kempton.
What you take me for, Brand, a fool? You think I'd gamble away the Derby favorite, the greatest racehorse that ever lived? With Albert Moylan, the finest jockey in England, riding him, he'll throw dust in the face of that horse of yours, Roulette.
Perhaps. But what about these IOUs, your lordship?
After Grey Pasha wins the Derby, Brand, you'll get your money. Every dirty shilling of it.
Good boy, Pasha. Good run, lad. All right, Charlie. Take him, will you?
All right, Albert.
Yeah, make sure you give him a good rub down.
Oh, hello, Moylan.
Mr. Brand, who'd expect to... Mr. Brand, what are you doing here? If Lord Kempton finds you're about his training grounds...
Don't worry about his lordship, Moylan. I expect to own his estate here right after the Derby. That was a good ride you gave Grey Pasha just now.
Oh, we'll do fine in the Derby, I expect.
Suppose you don't do so well in the Derby run, Moylan.
What do you mean?
I mean, my horse Roulette can win if Grey Pasha doesn't. Naturally, I expect to pay for any small services you might render, and pay liberally. Shall we say £1,000?
Not for 10,000, Mr. Brand. You can't bribe me. I've worn his lordship's colours for 5 years, fair and honest, and I ain't going to sell him out. And if you're not off these grounds pretty quick, I'll call Lord Kempton to run you off.
So Mr. Brand tried to bribe you, did he, Albert?
Yes, Lady Kempton. He was hanging about the stables and the practice track.
I see. The contemptuous blackguard.
Yes, wait till I tell his lordship.
No, Albert. You better say nothing about it to Lord Kempton. He has a dreadful temper, and I'm afraid he'd kill Mr. Brand if he knew.
At any rate, I'm worried.
Why, milady?
If Brand couldn't bribe you, he might try to do Grey Pasha harm. He'd do anything to win the Derby, anything. Albert.
Yes, Lady Kempton?
We'll be taking Grey Pasha to Epsom Downs in 2 days. Perhaps you better sleep in the stable with him just to make sure that nothing goes wrong.
Here now, Pasha. There, boy. Now, what's come over you? Whinnying and prancing about half the night here in your stall, waking me from my sleep. Oh, I never saw you so strung up and edgy, I didn't. Oh, what is it, lad? There's no one about but us. Pasha, what is it? Here, what's come over you? Pasha, no, be still, boy. Pasha, have you gone crazy? Pasha, no, Pasha, no.
Watson, you are a devotee of the sport of kings, are you not?
Well, Holmes, I must confess some acquaintance with the bookmakers, much to my distress.
Yes, Watson, so I've observed.
But why this inquiry? Good heaven, Holmes, you're not thinking of wagering £1 or 2 on the Derby?
Oh, my dear fellow, I deal in facts and logic, not in speculation, however attractive. The fact is, however, that I've just received a telegram from the Royal Stewards. They wish to retain my services in rather an unusual matter.
Indeed? What matter?
You've heard of Albert Moylan.
Moylan? Well, Jove, Holmes, who hasn't? He's the greatest jockey in the Empire. A winner of the Gold Cup at Ascot and the Oaks 2 years running. Now he's riding Grey Pasha in the Derby.
He was, Watson.
Eh? What do you mean?
Albert Moylan was trampled by Grey Pasha in the animal stall last night. The racing authorities suspect foul play. At this moment, the jockey lies at the point of death at St. Thomas's Hospital. Come, Watson, get your hat and stick. Moylan, listen to me. Try to answer my question.
He's in a bad way, Holmes. A horrible beating. Smashing hooves of that horse. But he hasn't long to go.
Moylan, listen to me, old fellow. Did you see anyone around the premises when...
After Pasha went balmy, I saw someone running with a lantern.
Yes, go on, my lad.
With a lantern through the paddock gate. I thought it was...
Moylan.
Freddy's gone, huh?
Yes, poor chap.
Sad ending. Great career.
Yes, quite. Well, Watson, there's nothing more we can do here. Watson, about this man Brand. It's correct, is it not, that he and Lord Kempton, the owner of Grey Pasha, are mortal enemies?
Yes, Holmes. Not only that, Brand used to own Grey Pasha's colt. And now he owns Roulette, second favorite in the Derby.
I see. All right, come, Watson, let's proceed to the Kempton grounds and examine the stables. It's barely possible that our equine killer had a human collaborator. Watson, did you notice anything unusual about Grey Pasha's stall?
No, can't say that I did, Holmes. Everything seemed in order.
Yes, quite, except for one peculiar and perhaps meaningless fact. The roof of the stall slopes backward and downward steeply, and...
What is it, Holmes?
Note the footprints here by the paddock gate.
What about them?
They're some hours old and probably were made by the person Albert Moylan saw last night. And apparently that person was intoxicated.
Eh? How'd you know that?
It's elementary, my dear fellow, elementary. Observe the irregular, staggered pattern of man's hobnail boots. Note how the prints veer onto the grass and then back onto the footpath. Watson, suppose we go up to the house and talk to Lord Kempton.
Mr. Holmes, Dr. Watson, this whole affair has proved my ruin.
Indeed? How, Lord Kempton?
I'd counted heavily on Grey Pasha's winning the Derby. I needed the purse money desperately for personal reasons. Now Grey Pasha can't win. Moylan's dead.
Do I understand, then, your lordship, that this jockey Moylan was indispensable?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Pasha's a high-spirited, temperamental brute. With unfamiliar hands at the reins, he'd be unmanageable. Only Moylan could ride him.
This will confound every tout in London, your lordship. Bookmakers are sure to name Roulette the favourite now. Jove, what a sensation this will be at Epsom Downs.
And Roulette is owned by Alex Brand, eh?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Alex Brand. Blackguard. He's responsible for this somehow. He hates me and he's trying to break me. He did something to Grey Pasha, Mr. Holmes. Somehow that villain Brand is responsible for poor Moylan's death.
Yes, perhaps not. In due time, Lord Kempton, I assure you I shall have the answer. At any rate, there's no need to detain you any longer.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes. I shall be at your disposal whenever you want.
Poor chap. He has his troubles. Eh, Holmes?
Quite. And particularly this morning, Watson. Did you notice the unhealthy pallor of his skin and his rimmed and bloodshot eyes?
Holmes, you mean...
Precisely. The symptoms are plain, Watson. Lord Kempton was intoxicated last night.
Now, let's begin by pointing out that Clipper Craft clothes are essentially economical. In fact, you'll be surprised at the amount of money you save on a fine Clipper Craft suit. But that's not the only reason Clipper Craft clothes are worn by the best-dressed men in your community. Men who could pay more, much more. They choose Clipper Craft because they like the master tailoring, the exceptional materials, and because they have such implicit confidence in the fine local independent merchants who sell Clipper Craft clothes. Each Clipper Craft suit and sport jacket is guaranteed by the Clipper Craft label, that famous trademark derived from the staunch Clipper ships that established honest New England trade everywhere in the world. Now remember, you can get a superbly fitted, all-worsted Clipper Craft suit for only $45. That's why men who know insist on Clipper Craft clothes bearing the Clipper Craft label. So be sure to visit the Clipper Craft store in your city.
These leading stores in the metropolitan area are proud to add their names to Clippercraft in your suits, sport jackets, and tropicals. In Manhattan, John Wanamaker's men's stores, Broadway at 8th and 67 Liberty Street, Saks 34th, Broadway at 34th. In Brooklyn, Abram and Strauss. In Newark, New Jersey, Boulevard Men's Shop, Kresge, Newark. And in Jamaica, the B&B Clothes Shop, 16408 Jamaica Avenue.
And now, Dr. Watson. Dr. Watson, you were relating to us the adventure of the Great Pasha.
So I was, Mr. Harris. So I was. As I told you a moment ago, Lord Kempton had been intoxicated, and it was plain that the mysterious stranger who left the paddocks just after the fatal accident that night was also intoxicated. My friend Holmes was never one to jump at hasty conclusions without all the facts. A few hours later, we visited Alex Brand at his club on Pall Mall.
Mr. Brand, would you mind telling me where you were last night?
As a matter of fact, Mr. Holmes, I was miles from London. In Liverpool, to be exact.
Liverpool, eh?
Interesting. Very.
Yes, isn't it? And if you doubt my word, you've only to telegraph the Adelphi Hotel in that city, and they will confirm my statement. Aside from this, gentleman, there is no doubt in my mind that Lord Kempton is directly responsible for Albert Moylan's death.
Indeed? How, Mr. Brand?
It so happens, Mr. Holmes, that Grey Pasha hated his master. In fact, the horse always went into a tantrum whenever his lordship approached. It seems that Lord Kempton drank heavily and often beat him unmercifully.
Well, Jove, Holmes, then that would explain it. When Lord Kempton approached the stables in a drunken stupor, Grey Pasha went mad in his stall, and this...
Yes, quite, Watson, quite. But come, my dear fellow, back to the manor. So his lordship did leave the house late last night, Lady Kempton.
And in an intoxicated condition, eh?
Oh, yes, there's no use denying it. He drank heavily because he was worried about his debts to that blackguard, Mr. Brand.
It might interest you to know, Lady Kempton, that his lordship wandered down to the stables last night.
Charles? He went down to the stables? Then Great Pasha, he must have seen Charles coming, and he must have...
He must have what, Lady Kempton?
Nothing, Mr. Holmes, nothing.
I regret to say your hesitation is significant. Very.
What do you mean?
We have it on some authority the Grey Pasha hated Lord Kempton. Went into a tantrum at his very appearance.
Mr. Holmes, what are you trying to say?
I'm afraid the implication, unfortunately for his lordship, is quite obvious. And, by the way, Lady Kempton...
Yes?
You smoke.
Holmes, what the deuce?
Quiet, Watson. Well, Lady Kempton?
I smoke?
Yes.
Why, no, Mr. Holmes. I've never touched tobacco. Why'd you ask?
Oh, an idle question, and perhaps irrelevant. Now, if you'll excuse us, Lady Kempton, I should like to have another look at Grey Pasha's stall. Well, Watson, there's Grey Pasha's stall just ahead in the moonlight.
Dash it, Holmes. Why did you ask Lady Kempton whether she smoked?
Because I noticed a brown stain on her fingers resembling nicotine.
Well, what of it?
Merely a detail, perhaps worthless, perhaps significant. And speaking of details, did you notice that Lady Kempton is a slim and athletic woman? And that the rug on her sitting room floor was a bit untidy?
What's the floor of her sitting room got to do with all this?
I shall know better when I examine the roof.
Confound it, Holmes, you are a Chinese riddle tonight. First you speak of a floor, then of a roof. What roof?
The roof of Grey Pasha's stall here, Watson. As you see, it's quite accessible to anyone of reasonable agility because of its low pitch to the ground. I propose to climb up there now and give it a thorough examination.
Well, Holmes, what the deuce do you expect to find up there on the roof?
Patience, Watson, patience.
What is it? What'd you find?
The boards of the stall roof here are warped apart. I can see down into the stall itself through this aperture.
Is that significant, Holmes?
It is indeed very significant. Watson, suppose you find a dark lantern somewhere about the premises. I'm quite sure you'll find one of the groom's cottage, if nowhere else.
But why, Holmes? For what purpose?
I should like to examine the interior of the stall below, and particularly its occupant, Grey Pasha.
There now, Grey Pasha there. Easy boy, is he? Holmes, I don't like the way this beast is acting here in the stall. He's a high-strung animal, you know.
Yes, he is indeed, Watson, but try to keep him still while I examine the back of this brute by the light of the lantern
His
here.
back?
Yes.
Holmes, what do you expect to find there?
If I'm not wrong, my dear fellow,
Holmes, what is it?
Observe, Watson, note. These tiny scars on Grey Pasha's back, they're quite fresh, and... Watson.
Yes?
We seem to have a visitor coming through the paddock gate with a lantern.
Jove, Holmes, you're right.
And it's a visitor Grey Pasha doesn't like. Watson, look out, the beast's going mad.
Holmes, he's trying to trample us to death.
Back, Watson, back, shrink against the wall. Stay clear of his hooves while I wave this lantern in his face.
Holmes!
Quick! He's shying away from the lantern. Out through the door. Back, you brute, back.
Hurry, Holmes, I'll get the door open for you. Quick, Holmes! Oh, thank heaven. Got out safely. That was close.
Yes. So speaking of getting out, Watson, our visitor's doing the same, running toward the manor in the moonlight.
Holmes, who can it be? I can't tell from here.
The man who plotted this fiendish and devilish scheme, Watson. Mr. Alex Brand.
Brand? And he lied. He was here last night when Moylan...
On the contrary, he was in Liverpool last night. I checked by telegraph.
Jove, Holmes, and who did Moylan see when...
No, patience, Watson. I shall explain later. We must get to the manor at once.
Holmes, why aren't we looking for Brand? What did you interest you here in the closet of Lady Kempton's sitting room?
Watson, note that the rug is mud-stained. The stains are faint, to be sure, but they lead to this closet. And...
What is it, Holmes?
Precisely what I expected. A pair of mud-stained hobnail boots. The same boots which left the tracks we saw on the paddock path.
Lord Kempton's boots?
Exactly. But worn by Lady Kempton last night.
Holmes, what the devil...
My dear fellow, it's obvious. Lady Kempton wore her husband's boots, planted the footprints, staggered them in a pattern of intoxication. And it was she who drove Grey Pasha berserk so that he trampled Moylan.
Yes, but how, Holmes?
Think, Watson. The brown stains on her fingers. I have some knowledge of chemistry, and those stains look suspiciously like those caused by concentrated nitric acid.
Nitric acid? You mean she...
Exactly. Lady Kempton approached Grey Pasha's stall from the rear, clambered up on the roof in the dead of night while Moylan was asleep. Then she poured concentrated nitric acid on Grey Pasha's back, through the aperture in the roof.
Jove, Holmes, no wonder the horse went mad.
Yes, Watson. And after that, she picked up a lantern at the paddock gate, leaving her husband's telltale footprints. Meanwhile, by previous arrangement, Alex Brand was in Liverpool to establish his own innocence. But I believe it was he who plotted this diabolical crime.
You're quite right, Mr. Holmes. I did.
Holmes's brand. Lady Kempton.
Now, don't move either of you. I am noted as a good shot with a pistol, especially this one. Well, my dear, I'm afraid our little plan went all right.
Yes, Alex, but you were so sure Grey Pasha would crush these two when you approached.
Well, I must say he did his best.
It's obvious, my dear Brand, that it was you whom the brute disliked, not Lord Kempton.
Yes, Mr. Holmes. I owned the animal as a colt. He was unruly, and I beat him till he bled. I'd hoped that he would take care of you if I visited him personally tonight. But apparently something went wrong.
Didn't expect us to get out of the stall, did you, Brand?
No, Dr. Watson, I did not. And that leaves me with some unfinished business before Lady Kempton and I leave. After all, I owe you both something. If you hadn't appeared, my horse Roulette would have won the Derby. And...
Drop that gun, Brand!
What, Watson?
Jesus, Lord Kempton.
Quick, Watson, the gun. Seize the gun.
Oh, no, you don't.
Watson.
Yes, it's all right, Holmes. Shot went wild. I've got the pistol now. You make one more move, Brand, I'll shoot you down.
Ellen, I heard everything at the door. So you conspired with this fiend?
Yes, you poor, weak fool. If I'd stayed with you, we'd have been penniless. You and your gambling.
You're responsible for this, Brand. You were going to take her away from me, eh? I ought to throttle you here where you stand. I ought to choke the breath out of you.
A rather unnecessary procedure, my dear Lord Kempton. When it comes to that sort of thing, no one does it more efficiently than the hangman.
Well, Dr. Watson, that was an exciting adventure indeed.
Yes, Mr. Harris. And although neither Grey Pasha nor Roulette ran in the Derby, I managed to pick the winner.
Oh.
And shall we say, earned an extra month's pension money?
Well, good for you, Doctor. And now, Dr. Watson, what adventure will you have for us next week?
Next week, Mr. Harris, I shall relate to you the adventure of Dr. Winthrop's notorious carriage. It concerns a bouquet of orchids, a purple vest, and a dismembered corpse lying in an alley by the stage door of an abandoned theater.
The makers of Clipper Craft Clothes and more than 1,200 stores from coast to coast have brought you another in the new series of broadcasts featuring the world's most famous detective, Sherlock Holmes. Our stories are based upon the character Sherlock Holmes, created by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and the program is produced and directed by Basil Lochran. Sherlock Holmes is played by John Stanley, Dr. Watson by George Spelman. This week's story was written by Max Ehrlich, with special music by Albert Berman. If you don't know your Clippercraft dealer, write Clippercraft, 200 Fifth Avenue, New York City. Be sure to listen next week to Sherlock Holmes and the adventure of Dr. Winthrop's notorious carriage. This is Cy Harris speaking for Clippercraft Clothes. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
Following station identification, you'll hear Bill Henry and the news.
Welcome back. Well, this is not the first story involving Sherlock Holmes and a racehorse. In the canon, you have both the Silver Blaze and Shoscombe Old Place. However, this story is a horse of a different color, mainly because of its outcome and its characters. You have basically three not really likable characters who end up at the eventual and predictable end of their misery. And the horse involved does not win the race. I have to give him a point there for realism. If every case that Sherlock Holmes investigated with a horse ended up with the horse winning, yeah, it just wouldn't be realistic. I do think they were kind of tipping their hand that the wife was involved. Just they can't seem to keep a secret or to do anything, throw up red herrings it does kind of end up being obvious, but I thought John Stanley really did put in a solid performance. I think both he and the George Spelvin actor are really kind of gelling a lot better than they were at the beginning. Which, the sad thing is we only have 3 more weeks left, so the benefit we'll experience from that is somewhat limited. All right, well, listener comments and feedback, and we begin with a listener voicemail.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you guys are going to have The Man Called X. That's a very good show. I hope you guys will be able to pick it up. Thank you very much. I'm enjoying all your other shows, though. They're very, very nice. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for the question. The answer is absolutely I intend on doing The Man Called X. As with a lot of shows that are, much bigger than 20 episodes, it's always the challenge of finding the space to do it. But I want to do The Man Called X. I want to do it in enough, be able to get as many episodes together as I can so people can have a good couple years enjoying this story of Ken Thurston, who's secretly the Man Called X. However, judging by the number of people who tell him he's the Man Called X, the secret may not be particularly well kept. But a lot of fun, adventure, mystery. Great series that's been forgotten a little bit just because there are some critics who tend to dump on anything that's got any tinge of espionage from that early Cold War pre-Bond era. But I think it'll be a lot of fun when we get to it. Finally, I received this email from Justin. Have you read the Nero Wolfe story, The Black Mountain? In it, Archie and Wolfe leave New York, go to Montenegro, which was in Yugoslavia at the time, to avenge the death of Wolfe's friends. It is interesting to see Wolfe and Archie outside the environs of New York, and the story helps add a bit of humanizing touch to Wolfe. Well, thanks so much for the email, Justin. I definitely agree on that particular story. I just finished going through Over My Dead Body, and that may have been even more humanizing, but Black Mountain's right behind there. It's definitely a different type of story because Archie can't speak the language. Everything has to be relayed through Wolfe, which is almost a reversal of the typical Nero Wolfe story. I think that in many Wolfe novels, there's a clue, and novellas too, there are clues to his character and to his humanity. One challenge that it can be found reading Nero Wolfe is not understanding the era they came from. I think we come from an era where, at least publicly, it's considered that men can be a little more expressive. Much of the emotion and the interplay between Archie and Wolfe in particular, are things that are more subtle, things that are less verbally expressive, but just as meaningful, if not more so. So thanks so much for listening, and thanks so much for reading Nero Wolfe. It's they are true treasures, and I'm thinking about, when we do the listener support campaign, adding a couple of Nero Wolfe thank yous, but I'll let you know more about that once we get underway. Well, that will actually do it for today. We will be back tomorrow with yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Then join us back here next Thursday for Sherlock Holmes. Today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. Thanks so much for your support. Here now is today's episode of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, The Sarah Deering Matter.
For your listening enjoyment, John Lund as Johnny Dollar.
Ed Gross, Johnny. Busy?
No, I just finished the case. How can I help you?
I'd like you to fly to California, Palma, California. Investigate the death of a woman who was reported to have perished in a fire. Sarah Deering.
Sarah Deering? That name has a familiar ring.
The silent movie star.
Oh, yeah. Well, she retired in the 20s, didn't she?
At the peak of her career. Our company carries a $100,000 policy on her life, and there's a rumor in Palma that Sarah Deering's death was not due to the fire.
Oh, yeah?
We got the tip from a news item in the local paper, the Palma News.
Who benefits by her death?
Her estate. We have no way of learning who she appointed as executor of her estate or who the beneficiaries might be. but a claim for the $100,000 will undoubtedly reach us before long.
Meanwhile, I'm to investigate this rumor?
Yeah, I'll send you our file on Sarah Deering and the newspaper item that gave us the tip.
You know, many great men have attained the highest office in our land, the presidency of the United States. Can you guess the name of this man? During his 50 years of public service, he held almost every office the public could give him. He was born in Virginia in 1758. And at the age of 18, when he left college to enter the Army, his cabinet boasted the names of such distinguished Americans as John Quincy Adams and John C. Calhoun. When he was reelected in 1820, he carried every state in the Union and won every electoral vote except one, which was cast for John Quincy Adams. If you don't have his name by now, here are two more clues. During his presidency, the first public high school was started, and the first steamship crossed the Atlantic. Who was he? James Monroe, 5th President of the United States. His life is part of your American heritage.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office Federal Life Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Sarah Deering matter. Expense account item 1. $153 plane fare and incidentals from Hartford to International Airport, Inglewood, California. I rented a convertible and drove to Palma, a little village perched high in the Santa Rosa Mountains, overlooking 1,000 square miles of Mojave Desert. I registered at the town's only hotel, then dropped around the offices of the Palma News.
Oh, hello. Can I help you?
I'm looking for the editor, Lacey. M. Lacey.
I'm Lacey, Maggie Lacey.
The editor?
The editor.
You're kidding.
I wish you salesmen would think of a new approach. I'm just a little weary excusing the fact that I'm not a grizzled old character who drinks ink in his coffee.
Miss Lacey.
And I've got all the printing supplies I need. I'm sorry. Perhaps next time you pass through.
I'm here to talk about a news item, Miss Lacey.
Which item?
This one.
Oh, what about it?
Well, it says that there are some rather peculiar circumstances, quote, surrounding the recent death of Palma's most famous citizen, Miss Sarah Deering. These circumstances were discovered by the Palma News and brought to the attention of Dan Cox, County Sheriff. As of this writing, Sheriff Cox has chosen to ignore the evidence submitted by the news. Why? Unquote. You write that?
Yes.
And you submitted the evidence to Sheriff Cox?
Yes, I did.
What sort of evidence, Miss Lacey?
Now, I'm not sure that's any of your business, Mr.
Dollar. Johnny Dollar. My credentials.
Oh, an insurance investigator.
For Federal Life.
They insured Sarah Deering?
For $100,000.
Who's the beneficiary, Mr. Dollar?
Her estate. The executor hasn't contacted my company as yet. In fact, we don't know who he is or where to reach him.
100,000, you said.
Just waiting to be claimed.
Well, that would explain why she was killed.
What did you say?
Sarah Deering was murdered, Mr. Dollar. I'm almost positive of it.
You better explain, Miss Lacey.
Well, as you know, Sarah Deering was burned to death in her bed. At least that's what the county coroner certified. Accidental death due to fire of unknown origin.
But you disagree.
And I'll show you why. I found this in the ruins of her bedroom.
A medicine bottle.
The label was burnt off.
What's this stuff caked in the bottom?
Well, Pete, the local pharmacist, analyzed it for me. It's what's left of a very powerful sedative.
Is this the evidence you submitted to the sheriff?
And he said it wasn't anything to be concerned about. Now, listen, Mr. Dollar. The stuff in this bottle can only be purchased by prescription. And it wasn't purchased here in Palma.
So?
So I think those two men brought it. I think they drugged Sarah Deering and then rigged up some kind of contraption that would start a fire in her bedroom after they got out of town.
Hey, hold on. You left me with two men. What two men?
The ones who come to see Sarah Deering every year on the same day.
Who are they?
Nobody seems to know. They usually come together on the noon bus and leave town on the 6:20. I took a photograph of them last year. Plan to do a story on them someday, you know, from the angle of mysterious admirers make yearly pilgrimage to see ex-movie queen. Here it is.
And these men appeared on the day of her death.
Mm-hmm. They left on the 6:20, and the fire was discovered at 8.
Any idea where they come from?
Hollywood. I checked with the bus drivers.
You've done a very thorough job, Miss Lacey.
Sarah Deering has been my idol ever since I was old enough to dream. I read everything ever written about her. She was a wonderful woman.
Yeah, so I've heard. I understand she was a recluse.
What woman wouldn't be after the heartbreak she's had? You know, she died broke, Mr. Dollar. Except for the insurance policy.
Did she owe anyone?
No. No, there was just enough left in her bank account to pay her few debts and Hilda's wages.
Who's Hilda?
Hilda Brower, her personal maid. Been with her ever since she started in pictures.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for your help, Miss Lacey. I'll keep in touch. I found County Sheriff Dan Cox seated behind a well-ordered desk in his well-ordered office. He listened carefully while I explained the purpose of my call. And when I finished, he wagged his massive shock of silver-white hair.
Oh, Mr. Dollar, I'm afraid your company has been misled by an overzealous newspaper woman. Sarah Deering's death was accidental.
What about the sedatives found in her room, Sheriff? Maggie Lacey claims they were prescription drugs not purchased here in Palma.
Then Miss Deering must have purchased them elsewhere.
A recluse who hadn't been off her estate for 20 years?
Hilda Brower, her maid, went lots of places for Miss Deering.
Mm-hmm. How about the two men who called on her the day of her death?
Old friends, Mr. Dollar. Came to see Miss Deering every year on her birthday.
You know them, Sheriff?
Yes.
You care to give me their names?
I would care, Mr. Dollar. They were friends of a very fine lady. I know she wouldn't want them to be annoyed because of some foolish rumors about her death.
You seem very certain that it was accidental.
It couldn't have been anything else. Sarah Deering didn't have an enemy in the world.
I get the impression that you knew her rather well.
We were close friends, Mr. Dollar.
I see. Sheriff, did you consider the possibility of suicide?
Impossible. A woman who enjoyed living as much as she did doesn't take her own life.
Yet she shut herself away from the world.
And why not? Her fame had brought her most of what the world had to offer. She preferred solitude.
Was she in good health, Sheriff?
Sarah Deering was always in delicate health, though she'd never admit it, especially to herself.
I see. Was there an autopsy?
The county coroner felt the circumstances didn't warrant an autopsy.
And you agreed?
Naturally, Mr. Dollar. I happen to be sheriff and county coroner.
I drove to the outskirts of town and located Sarah Deering's rambling Spanish villa, where I found Hilda Brower, an enormous, tearful woman.
It was my evening out. Same as every Thursday, Mr. Dollar. I go to early movie. I'm home at 8. I smell smoke. It comes from her bedroom. There's fire. I try to reach her, but the flames...
It's all right, Hilda. You did what you could, I'm sure.
Excuse me, please. I'm not myself, you understand?
Of course. Hilda, who were the two men who visited Miss Deering that day?
Two men?
The ones who came every year on her birthday.
I do not know any men.
Now, Hilda, I know you're upset,
I
but...
cannot tell you any more. I don't know any more.
You know their names, Hilda. What are they?
I cannot say any more. Please, go away now.
Now, look, Hilda,
You best leave, Mr. Dollar.
Oh.
Wow, Sheriff Cox.
Hilda can't tell you any more than I've already told you. Case is closed. Why persist in stirring up ugly rumors?
I've got a job to do, Sheriff.
You've done it. Now, why not leave us in peace?
I'll be going when I'm satisfied.
That's your privilege, sir. Meanwhile, don't trespass on this property again.
Just as you say, Sheriff. Goodbye. Sheriff Cox didn't bother to see me out, so I had a chance to pause in Sarah Deering's living room and study some photographs which had caught my eye earlier. There were 4 of them, all enshrined in gold frames, all of the same handsome young man. The face was weak-mouthed, without character, and vaguely familiar.
Oh, Mr. Dollar. Back so soon? Any luck?
I don't know yet, Miss Lacey.
May I see the photograph of those mysterious visitors you showed me before?
Oh, of course. Here you are. You got a lead, Mr. Dollar.
I think so. You see this man? The tall one?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there are 4 photos of him in Sarah Deering's living room.
Were they autographed?
No, but they were framed in enough gold to indicate he must have held a very special place in her life. Of course, he's a lot older in this photograph.
How about his pudgy little companion here?
Well, apparently he didn't rate enshrinement. Only the tall one made the Hall of Fame.
I wonder who he is.
Miss Lacey, are you absolutely positive these 2 men visited Sarah Deering the day she died?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Thanks. I'll borrow this photo if you don't mind. Be back tomorrow.
Mr. Dollar, Johnny, wait.
Yeah?
Where are you going in such a lather?
To the Hollywood Public Library to find a name for this face.
If you think the person in this photograph was an actor, Mr. Dollar, his picture and name will undoubtedly be cataloged in the player's directory or prior to 1937, the standard casting directory.
Well, fine.
However, unless you know approximately when he was active, you may be in for a very long search.
Oh?
A new edition of the directory is published 3 times a year. Each contains hundreds of performers.
I see. Well, dust off the 1923 editions. I'll work my way forward. 4 hours and what seemed to be 400,000 faces later, I found my man in a 1928 edition of the Standard Casting Directory. He was Neville Thomas, represented by an agent named Matty Freeman. A phone call to the Artist Managers Guild disclosed that Freeman had gone out of business 10 years ago. He was now owner of Matty's Steakhouse, an expensive eatery on La Cienega Boulevard, Hollywood's Restaurant Row. At the bar, I was about to relieve my parched throat when who should approach but the pudgy little man in the photo Maggie Lacey had loaned me.
Oh, I'm Matty Freeman. Headwater said you want to see me?
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't catch your name, Mr.
Dollar. Johnny Dollar. Insurance investigator.
What can I do for you?
Well, I was looking for an actor you used to represent, Neville Thomas. But you'll do fine. For now.
I don't understand.
This photo give you a hint?
Never one mean.
Taken in Palma last year.
What'd you get this?
That's not what I'm here to talk about, Mr. Freeman.
Okay, so you've got a photograph.
And a witness who saw you and Neville Thomas in Palma a few hours before Sarah Deering died.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Dollar, and if you'll excuse...
Just a minute.
What is it?
You mean to say that you've never heard of Sarah Deering?
It was my privilege to be in the business when Sarah Deering was making motion picture history.
Well, feeling the way you do, it seems to me you'd be willing to cooperate.
How?
Explain what you were doing in Palma the day Sarah Deering died.
I should explain anything to you.
I just thought maybe you'd like to clear yourself.
What?
Suspicion of Sarah Deering's murder?
I'm having a pipe dream, Dollar. Sarah Deering died on a fire.
Okay. Then let's move on to Neville Thomas. Where can I find him?
I wouldn't know.
All right. Have it your way. I'll find Neville Thomas with or without your help. My company can usually get police cooperation. I'll see you, Mr. Freeman.
1 second, Dollar.
Yeah?
Just what does police cooperation imply?
Oh, a statewide alarm for Neville Thomas? Wanted for questioning in connection with the death of Sarah Deering?
The sheriff at Palmer certified a death was accidental. The matter's closed.
Any matter of murder can always be reopened. It'll be messy, lots of newspaper publicity, but I'm going to find Thomas. See you around.
Wait, Dollar.
Yeah?
Neville Thomas is in my office.
Mind if I break in here for a moment to say a few words? Just the other day, I was having lunch with a group of newspaper reporters. We were talking about the government and what goes into its operation when a thought struck me. It's a funny thing, I said. They call one branch of the government the State Department when it handles all of our foreign affairs. Can any of you fellows explain that? Well, one of the reporters who writes political news piped up and said, actually, the State Department does more than handle foreign affairs. It also publishes all of the laws that have been passed by Congress and issues all the passports and visas for anyone traveling outside the United States. Well, just then the waitress brought us our coffee, and she entered the conversation. Don't forget, she said, if you're ever on a quiz show, you can maybe win a trip to the moon by telling them that the State Department has the job of making sure the Great Seal of the United States doesn't get lost. And it acts sort of like a governmental Emily Post, too. While she was making out our checks, she added this bit of information. Did you ever hear of the Division of Protocol? That's part of the State Department, too. It's the outfit that makes sure foreign diplomats who visit America get introduced the way they should and get seated in the right places at official dinners and things like that. Well, after she gave us all that information, we tipped her and went back to work. And now I think it's time we got back to our program.
And now with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar. Matty Freeman led me back to his office with all the grudging grace of a kid surrendering a stolen apple. The man he introduced as Neville Thomas was still handsome, but branded with a bitter, down-at-the-mouth expression.
You asked me if I knew Sarah Deering. Why, I was her leading man in 5 pictures, Mr. Dollar. She was a vixen, temperamental, the most exasperating woman in the world.
But she had a great gift, Neville.
A gift for stealing scenes, yes.
When did you last see her, Mr. Thomas?
Yes? All right. Excuse me, I'm wanted outside. I know you'll cooperate with Mr. Dollar, Neville.
Don't worry, Matty. My ex-agent stole me blind when I was on the top of the heap. I drop around here once in a while to admire the house my money built.
Let's get back to Sarah Deering.
If you insist.
When did you see her last?
Not since our last picture.
Oh, that's not true.
No?
You saw her the day she died.
I'm afraid you're mistaken, Mr. Donovan.
You were positively identified.
By whom?
By someone who's seen you in Palma every year on Sarah Deering's birthday.
Fantastic.
Take a look at this photograph. Care to reconsider your answer?
Only to this extent, Mr. Dollar. I'll admit I did visit Sarah Deering occasionally, as seldom as possible, and only after she besieged me with letters and phone calls. You see, Sarah was in love with me. Had been for many years.
Oh. And you?
I'm afraid I didn't share Matty's adoration for her, Mr. Dollar. Pity is the nicest word to express my feeling for Sarah.
I see. What do you know about the real cause of her death?
I read that she died in a fire. Has there been some further development?
You were seen leaving her home less than 2 hours before the fire was discovered.
Impossible. I can prove I was here in Hollywood at the apartment of a friend.
Who?
Matty Freeman.
Well, it didn't take a mental colossus to deduce that Thomas and his ex-agent had rehearsed their alibi before I ever set foot in the steakhouse. The clincher, if I needed one, came as I pulled out of the parking lot. I spotted Matty talking to someone in a parked sedan. The someone obliged by striking a match to his cigar, which revealed that it was Sheriff Dan Cox. Right then, I decided to call it a day. I registered at the plaza, took an aspirin, a hot shower, and a sleeping tablet, in that order. Hello.
Johnny, I phoned every hotel in town. Thank heavens I finally located you.
Well, lucky you, whoever you are.
Maggie Lacey, Johnny. I've got to see you right away.
Sister Maggie, it's 2:00 in the morning. I'll drive down first thing tomorrow.
I'm not phoning from Palma, Johnny. I'm here in Hollywood. I'll be in the plaza lobby in 5 minutes.
Hello, Maggie. Hey, Maggie.
Johnny. Oh, you look awful.
Oh, I told you. I took a sleeping tablet. Oh, it's a blockbuster. Oh, my eyelids feel like lead sash weights.
Come here. Let's sit down over here.
Okay. Hello, Maggie. Ooh, legs flappy.
Well, when I missed at the library, I decided to do a little research on Sarah Deering.
Well, good for you.
Well, they have a wonderful Sarah Deering scrapbook with all her news photos and clippings. I borrowed this.
Hey, do these agonized eyes deceive me, or the people in this photo...
Read the caption, Johnny.
Relaxing with Miss Sarah Deering beside her Hollywood swimming pool are the 4 lucky people to whom the motion picture star will someday leave her multi-million-dollar estate. They are, left to right, Miss Hilda Brower, her personal maid, Mr. Matty Freeman, her agent, Neville Thomas, her current leading man, and Dan Cox, her attorney.
Think of it, Johnny. Sheriff Cox, the man who insists her death was accidental, is one of her heirs.
Well, I'm not the least surprised. Well, I'll see you in the morning, Maggie.
Well, Johnny, wait. Aren't you going to do something?
Yeah. I'm going to point you toward the YWCA, then send a wire to my company. Well, wait quietly for an answer. Oh, no. Johnny Dollar.
Ed Bruce, Johnny.
Oh, hello. What time is it?
9 here. 6 where you are.
Oh, no.
Say, I got your wire. What are you doing in Hollywood? Tried phoning you on Palma last night. Where have you been?
I'll explain later, Mr. Gross. Say, how about Sarah Deering's insurance? Anybody claim the $100,000 yet?
Yeah, got a registered letter yesterday. Mailed 2 days ago from the executor of her estate.
Yeah? Who is he?
A Palma man named Cox. Dan Cox.
I checked out of the plaza, expense account item 3, $12, and was halfway to Palma before I realized I'd forgotten to pick up Maggie Lacey. But I quieted my conscience by making a mental promise that she'd get an exclusive story on Hilda Brower's confession. At this point, confronted with all the information I had, I figured Hilda would be the easiest of the 4 heirs to break. I learned how wrong a guy can be when I pulled into the drive of Sarah Deering's villa and discovered I was expected.
Come in, Mr. Dollar.
Well, you do get around, Sheriff.
Yes, you too, sir. Fortunately, your moves are fairly predictable.
So you're here to see that I don't talk to Hilda again, hmm?
Hilda is ill. She can't be disturbed.
Let me read you a caption on an old newspaper photo. Relaxing with Miss Sarah Deering beside her Hollywood swimming pool are the 4 lucky people to whom the motion picture star will someday leave her multi-million-dollar estate. They are, left to right, Hilda Brower, Matty Freeman...
Oh, you need
Neville...
to go on, Mr. Dollar. I see what you're driving at. You think the 4 of us murdered Miss Deering for her insurance?
Well, it's the most logical theory to date, Sheriff. Especially since you happen to be the executor of the estate.
Mr. Dollar, Sarah Deering was not murdered. However, I will admit that she did not die as a result of the fire.
Oh?
She was dead when the fire was started.
Started? Who was the firebug?
Hilda. She came home, found Miss Deering dead, an open bottle of sedatives beside the bed.
Suicide?
That's what Hilda thought. She must have gone out of her head with grief. She told me later that her only thought was to protect Miss Deering's name from the shame of a suicide's death.
So she set the fire to destroy the evidence?
Yes.
And to circumvent the suicide clause in Sarah Deering's policy.
What's that?
Policy is not payable if the insured dies by her own hand, Sheriff.
Your tone implies that I was unaware of that fact, Mr. Dollar.
I'm not interested one way or the other. My job's finished. I'm reporting death by suicide to my company.
You haven't heard the full story, Mr. Dollar.
There's more?
Sarah Deering was not a suicide.
You just said she was.
I said Hilda thought she was.
Get to the point, Sheriff.
After Matty Freeman and Neville Thomas paid Miss Deering their usual birthday visit, she had another caller.
Who?
He's down the hall in the study. This way. Because of your skepticism, Mr. Dollar, I had to request the state police to get the man you're going to meet. While the hunt was going on, I knew you'd be tracking down Mattie Freeman and Thomas, that you'd dig into Miss Deering's past, find things which would be misleading. Well, the maneuvering is over now. This gentleman can tell you the real truth about Sarah Deering's death. Mr. Dollar, this is Dr. James Harding.
Oh, so you're Dollar, huh?
That's right.
You've caused a lot of trouble, Dollar. Broke up the first vacation I've had in 10 years.
I'm sorry, but there's a matter of $100,000.
Please don't interrupt. I've got to be back in Beverly Hills by noon. Got patients waiting.
Well, then get to the point, Doctor.
All right. I've got a little hideout in the desert. That's where the state police found me. I was on my way there the day Sarah Deering died. I had to pass through Palmer, so I stopped off to see her.
Dr. Harding was her physician, Mr. Dollar.
And a very old friend. I was about 7 when I drove up. I found her alone. She'd had a sudden attack. She was dying.
Dying?
Sarah Deering had been dying for years, Mr. Dollar. I won't go into the medical details. Suffice it to say, her courage couldn't hold off the inevitable any longer. As she was feeling fast and great pain.
So you gave her the sedative?
Yes. She died quietly.
Then Jim came down to my office to report her death. I was out on a call.
I didn't want to wait, so I filled out a death certificate, left it with a note on Dan's desk, and then drove on to my desert place.
Meanwhile, Hilda returned home from the movies, found Miss Deering dead, and the bottle of sedative Jim had forgotten. The rest you know, Mr. Dollar.
Well, it's none of my affair or my company's. But just for the record, why did you report Sarah Deering died as a result of the fire?
If I'd reported the real truth, then I would have had to charge a very devoted servant and companion with arson.
But Hilda did set the fire, Sheriff, and arson is a crime.
Mr. Dollar, do you think Hilda committed a crime?
Well, legally, yes, but morally, well, as I said, it's none of my affair, is it? Goodbye, gentlemen.
Goodbye, Mr. Dollar.
Expense account item number 4. $5 to check out of the Palma hotel room I never had the chance to use. Item 5, $51.75, gas, oil, and rental on the convertible. Item number 6, $150, plane fare and incidentals back to Hartford. Expense account total, $372.25. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Welcome back. I have to say that the sheriff in this particular episode may be the most arrogant, non-corrupt law enforcement people that our hero has ever come up against. We get to the end of this case, which has been this long, drawn-out affair requiring this investigation by Johnny. Due to the fact that the sheriff has covered things up, and he's still getting arrogant about Johnny. You know, you were following leads that were going nowhere, but now I am able to set you straight because I'm the one who started the whole thing, and it's the whole process is somewhat remarkable. The question of whether to prosecute the servant or not would not typically be the sheriff's decision to make. It, of course, end up in the hands of a prosecutor. Just because you technically did commit a crime doesn't mean that you have to be prosecuted if, in the judgment of officials, they decline to prosecute. It almost feels like the sheriff went to all this trouble as much to feel the power and authority of his own office as anything else. And Johnny, who gets a sleep-deprived night and they still have to pay out the insurance money, is just the poor guy who got taken along for the ride. Well, we do turn to listener comments and feedback, and we have this from Adam Stone over on Facebook. This was the first Johnny Dollar story I listened to. Very enjoyable. I especially like the framing of the narrative with item list of detective expense report. Thank you. And this was in regard to the punctilious firebug matter, episode 853. And of course, thank you so much, Adam. And it's a good reminder that even the shows that are perhaps best known by old-time radio fans and aficionados it's still it's still obscure to a lot of people, so we have the opportunity to introduce some great stuff to folks. And it'll, of course, be getting even better as we get into the Bob Bailey era in just the next 3 months. All right, well, we'll be back tomorrow with the lineup, and then join us back here next Friday for yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Today's episode is brought to you by the support of our listeners. Thanks so much for all your financial support. And now it's time for today's episode, the Topaz Earring Case. Bring on the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, we take you now behind the scenes of a police headquarters in a great American city, where under the cold, glaring lights will pass before us the innocent, the vagrant, the thief, the murderer. This is The Lineup.
Any place you want, Mr. Kramer. Suit yourself.
Yeah, what's wrong with right here? I sure won't need no ringside seat to peg that dame again. Where was she burned up? The minute she climbed to my cab at Kadell.
She certainly wasn't mad when I saw her. She was scared stiff.
Well, that was about 45 minutes later, Mr. Kramer, when she went in your drugstore.
Yeah, and it can happen in 45 minutes.
May I have your attention, please? You people out there on the other side of the wire in the audience room, may I have your attention, please? Thank you. My name is Greb, Sergeant Matt Greb. I'll explain the lineup to you. Each of the suspects you will see will be numbered. I'll call off a number, then name and charge. If you have any questions or identifications, call out the number. If you're sure or not too sure of the suspect, have her held. The officers who took your name will assist you. They're seated among you.
I bet you're going to get some
Please keep
characters up
prompt
there,
with your questions or identifications. When the prisoners leave here, the matron takes them back to the bathroom where they dress back into their jail clothes. It makes it quite difficult to bring them back after they leave here. The questions I ask these suspects are merely to get a natural tone of voice, so do not pay too much attention to their answers as they often lie. Bring on the line. All right, girls, all right, this way. Move on over to the end of the stage. That's it. Now turn around and face front. Hands to your side. You, hands to your side. Now look straight ahead. Number 1, Georgina Kelso, theft. Ever been arrested before, Georgina?
I've been arrested before.
Where were you when the officer arrested you, Georgina?
He was no officer. It was just a spy.
What were you wearing when you tried to leave the store?
A dress.
What else?
3 other dresses underneath.
Number 2, Colleen Hodges, a soap. Where do you live?
That's a good question.
Where did you used to live, Colleen?
414 Front Street, 3rd floor.
Why did you beat up your landlady?
We didn't get along.
Number 3, Margaret Kenline, open charge. How long have you been in town, Margaret?
About 8 years.
Where are you from?
That's her, Lieutenant. That's the one.
Denver, Colorado.
What do you say, Mr.
Have you ever
Kramer?
been arrested
The girl,
before?
all right, no doubt about it.
Sergeant Graham.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Hold number 3 for interrogation.
In here, Margaret. Say, Ben, I'll be down in communications if you want me. We're letting a couple of them go. Nobody identified them. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, here. Here's those cigarettes you wanted.
Oh, thanks, man. Sit down, Miss Kenline.
Thank you.
I'm Lieutenant Ben Guthrie. You like one of these?
Thanks.
Now, Miss Kenline, how long were you engaged to Larry Zimmerman?
Lieutenant Guthrie, about 4 months.
4 months. The cab driver who took you to Zimmerman's place at 5 this afternoon said you were angry.
I was.
At Zimmerman?
Yes. I guess it's an old story until it happens to you. I found out this afternoon that Larry had been seeing another woman. It's been going on for weeks, right under my nose. I was humiliated and hurt. Well, when I found out, I went to his apartment to really read him off good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who is this other woman? You know her?
Her name is Edith DeRoca. Lieutenant Guthrie, I didn't kill Larry. I didn't do it.
You have a business here in town, haven't you, Miss Kenline?
Yes.
A dress shop, isn't it? Run it alone?
No, I have a partner, Mr. Steves. Lord Steves.
I see. How's it going?
All right. Good. We're having a style show downtown tonight. Lord's taking care of it.
Mm-hmm. You stopped in a drugstore at 5:45 tonight. On the corner opposite Larry's apartment house. The druggist noticed you because you were frightened.
I explained that once.
Well, explain it to me, please.
Larry's apartment was unlocked. I went in and found him in the bedroom. He'd been stabbed.
But why did that take you 45 minutes?
I don't know. I didn't realize it did. I was dazed, I guess.
I should think you would have been. By the way, who is Rifkin?
Rifkin? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Miss Kenline. Thanks. I guess that's it. The coroner says Larry Zimmerman died just about 5 o'clock.
Lieutenant Guthrie, may I call a lawyer?
Well, sure, if you want to. But I don't believe it's necessary, Miss Kenline. I think we're going to turn you loose. Matt, close the window and sit down, will you? You're making me nervous.
Oh, I'd be nervous if I were you, all right. I'd be good and nervous.
Close the window, huh?
I don't understand it, that's all. I just don't understand.
Understand what?
Why you let her go, that Kenline girl?
I told you she's being followed. I put Peters on her.
Yeah, but even so...
Well, we couldn't have held her anyway, not for long. Besides, there's a couple of other items, Matt. That manila envelope they found up there with the name Rifkin on it, for one. Ripped open and empty. If we knew what had been in it.
Yeah.
And then, Matt, from the looks of the bedroom, Zimmerman put up quite a struggle, so the boys say. More than you'd expect if he was fighting with a woman.
Even a jealous one, mad enough to kill him?
I don't know, Ben. Well, come on, Matt. Let's go out there and have a look.
Don't move that, please. That's all right.
Evening, Lieutenant. Hi, sir. Hello, Becker.
How goes it, Becker?
Okay. That wagon just left. Must be about cleaned up. Sergeant Mayo's inside there.
Come on, that dust.
Come on, man.
Yeah, thank you, boy. Don't touch it.
Mayo.
Oh, hiya, Ben, mate. Hi. We're just about through, nothing much. Everything in the place is loaded with prints.
Oh?
Except the handle of the knife.
Where's the bedroom?
That door there. Over the way, Ben, here's something.
An earring. Where'd this come from?
Yeah, it was tangled up in the rug under the body.
Oh, let's see it.
I'm not much of a jeweler, but I can recognize the real thing, and that's it, all right, a topaz. Paid the rent for a few months.
You say you found this earring in the rug under the body?
Excuse me, sir, but...
Sergeant Mayo, that guy's back again. That thin guy in the gray Hamburg hat. He just went past down the hall. Now, what guy is this?
Oh, some character that's been kind of hanging around for the last half hour. I guess that's...
never mind, Mayo. We'll talk to him. Where'd you go, Becker?
Down the hall to your left there, Lieutenant. There's a lounge down that way.
All right.
Better get another one right here if you would like.
I'll take it from here. That's good.
That must be the guy there, Ben. Yeah.
Well, good evening.
How are you? Do you live here in the building?
No.
We're from the police department. I'm Lieutenant Guthrie. This is Sergeant Graham.
Oh, how do you know?
You waiting for someone, Mr. Rifkin?
I have to give you credit, Lieutenant.
Well, that initial on your tie bar helped. There's been some trouble down the hall, Mr. Zimmerman's apartment.
Yeah, so I noticed.
You seem pretty interested in it, Mr. Rifkin.
Well, you had my name, Sergeant, so maybe you know why I'm interested.
No, we don't. Why are you?
Zimmerman owed me some money, Lieutenant. I expected to be paid tonight, close to $25,000.
That's quite a debt.
And it was my money in the first place. No profit.
I don't follow you.
He was a broker, investments. I placed that money with him to be invested. When I found out he was trimmed on his last deal, he took an awful beating. I told him I was pulling my money out before it went, too. Told him that this morning on the phone. Well, he didn't like it, but he said he'd have it for me tonight.
Zimmerman's been murdered. I guess you figured that.
Yes, but
How did you get my name? Do you mind?
No. We found it on a manila envelope in his bedroom.
Oh, and the money? Well, what about
the
the money?
envelope had been opened. It was empty.
What? That money's gone? Robbed, huh?
Looks that way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way it looks. Well, I guess that takes care of that, huh?
Just a minute. Where do you live, Mr. Rifkin? We may want to get in touch with you.
Oh, sure, I hope so. The Beekman Plaza, room 220. The first name's Walter.
Room 220. Okay. Well, smoke then?
Thanks. You've got to get back to the lineup, don't you, man?
Well, pretty soon. You coming?
No. Let me have that earring, Matt.
Yeah.
I'm going to look up a lady. Mr. Roker?
Huh? Yeah. Hey, I'm Mr. Welco. Who are you?
Police Department, Lieutenant Ben Guthrie.
Oh. Well, I'm still glad to know you, Ben.
I want to talk to you for a minute, if I may.
Right now? I'm in a big hurry, Ben. I got a date.
It's important, Mr. Roker. About Larry Zimmerman's death.
Oh. I already heard about that. Poor Larry.
You don't seem too broken up, Edith?
You think it'll help any?
No. You're not wearing your earrings, Edith.
Hmm?
Uh-huh. The pinch mark shows.
That's why I'm not wearing them. They pinched, so I took them off. Hey, look, am I under arrest or something?
No.
Then I really gotta run along. Look, I'll be back about midnight. Then we can go inside and be comfortable and talk about anything you want for as long as you want. That is, if you care to wait, Lieutenant.
I might just do that, Mr. Roker. We'll see. That dress shop on the corner must be the one.
Yeah. How come the lights are still on?
Well, they had a style show. Spees, the partner, ran it.
Stop here, Becker. Yes, sir.
And... wait in the car for us. Come on, man.
Right. Must be in the back. Oh, here he comes.
Mr. Spees, open the door. We're police.
Police? Well, come in, please.
Thank you. I'm Lieutenant Guthrie. This is Sergeant Greb, Mr. Spees.
Well, how do you do?
Hello. I suppose you've heard about Larry Zimmerman?
Yes, I have. It's a terrible thing. Margaret, Miss Kinline, told me. In fact, she just called me from her place not 5 minutes ago. She's frightened. She thinks she's being followed.
Yeah, I know. There's nothing to be worried about, Mr. Spees. It's a plainclothes officer.
An officer? Oh, I see.
Mr. Spees, we'd like to know how Miss Kenline got acquainted with Larry Zimmerman.
Well, as a matter of fact, it was through me. Yes, Larry and I were quite good friends. We lived next door to each other, for over a year.
Do you know much about his business, Mr. Spees? How he made his living?
Well, no, not much, actually. He was sort of an adventurer, really. Quite a successful one, I always thought. Very clever with money. Investments, a gambler in a sense.
In the market, you mean?
Oh, yes. I always counted my pennies and envied the nerve Larry had to plunge.
Mr. Spees, do you happen to know if Miss Kenline had topaz earrings? We found one at Zimmerman's place.
Forgive me, Lieutenant Guthrie, but I really believe we should try to get in touch with Margaret, Miss Kenline. You see, I told her if she was afraid to stay home, she should leave and go to my place. That's Monroe Avenue, 4111. Now, I'd planned on leaving...
All right, maybe you're right. What's her number?
Oh, it's Abby, 2344. On the phone's right there. Yes, that's right. Well, she's really quite upset, you know, Sergeant. It's got me worried, too, you know. Anything should happen tomorrow, I just don't know what I'd do. Really.
Yes. I can appreciate how you feel. No answer, man? She must have already left.
No answer. Hello?
Hello, who's it?
Peters?
Yeah.
This is Lieutenant Guthrie.
Oh, I lost her, Lieutenant. She's gone. I was slugged. A man in a gray hat. A Homburg.
Tomorrow night, 4 more amateur songwriters will bring their new compositions to Jan Murray on Songs for Sale on CBS. And one will have his song chosen for nationwide publication and plugging. Among these contestants is a retired Army colonel whose West Point classmates numbered Marshall and MacArthur. Another will be a girl who was on the United States Olympic gymnastic team. The third is a theater usher, and the fourth entry is a husband and wife team from Alabama. Songs for Sale brings you an hour of bright new music and bright new merriment by Jan Murray. Be listening for Songs for Sale tomorrow night on most of these same CBS stations.
Well, it was a phony, all right, Ben. Walter Ripken hasn't lived in the Beekman Plaza in 5 years. But we dug up a home address on him and an office set up downtown.
Yeah, well?
Oh, nothing, Ben. The office was just a bunch of stockbrokers' catalogs and a wastebasket full of scribbled figures. Nothing more.
And the house?
Mrs. Ripken and 2 cats. Says she hasn't seen husband Walter in a week, and I don't think she cares if she ever sees him. Well, how'd you make out?
Rifkin's never been arrested. There's not a line on him in the files.
So?
So I'm stupid.
Now, easy.
I should have played it your way, Matt. Should have kept Margaret Kenline under arrest and locked up Walter Rifkin just to keep her company.
Maybe, but you didn't, Ben, so let's take it from there, huh?
Yeah, might as well. Matt, look. 1, Larry Zimmerman was killed.
2, Margaret Kenline could have killed him.
I don't think so.
Why not? Soft face, soft voice, Ben.
No. Walter Rifkin. Matt, if Margaret Kenline did kill Zimmerman, why did Rifkin go after her? The missing 25 grand, maybe?
Well, that's a good reason, Ben. That's a lot of dough.
Yeah, I guess it is. Hello. Who? Oh, yeah, put him on, Sergeant. Manny Pomeroy, Matt. This'll cost us a little, but it might be worth it. I talked to him about Rifkin earlier tonight. Yeah, hello, Manny. Oh, fine, thanks. Yeah? Well, what'd you find out? Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, sure, it can be important. A blonde, huh? Edith, somebody? Edith, you sure? Okay, just checking. Yeah, well, sure. Sure, it's a help, Manny, sure. Well, come around in the morning, will you? Yeah, so long.
Good news, Ben?
Yeah. Pomeroy says that Rifkin has a girlfriend in town, a blonde. An Edith somebody.
Edith DeRoca, Ben?
Yeah, Edith DeRoca. The reason Larry Zimmerman tossed Margaret over. But this is a new angle, Matt. Edith tying into Rifkin. You want to come along? It's the Marlborough Hotel.
Well, I can't right away, Ben. I got to run a late lineup for the narcotics boys.
Okay. Look for you later, Matt.
Oh, you again. I thought you guys worked in shift.
I'd like to talk to you, Mr. Roca.
I'm too tired. I still got to put my hair up.
Mr. Roca, were you at Walter Rifkin's apartment tonight? Since I saw you, I mean.
No.
You sure?
I'm positive.
You weren't in the neighborhood?
I wasn't within a mile of the neighborhood.
One of my men says different.
Then tell him to ask for a pension. He's going blind.
Now, look, Mr. Roca.
You look, Mr. Cop. When I left here, I went to the Broadmoor Bar and Grill. I never moved out of it until I came back here. And just in case you don't get around much, the Broadmoor is on Lancaster and East 39th, a couple of fat miles from East 60th and Chelsea. Now, anything else, Ben? If so, get a warrant and arrest me, huh? I'm very tired.
Here we are, Lieutenant. The next corner is 60th and Chelsea. A garage, a vacant lot, a duplex, and an apartment house.
Okay, Becky. Wait here. Sergeant Greb and I'll try the apartment house first. That should be it. Come on, man.
Yeah. Say, Ben, huh? That Edith DeRoca, do you think she'd tip off Lipkin?
I sure do. But I had the hotel desk refuse her an outside line if she asked for one, and I called in for a squad car to pick her up. She won't be in the way. Well, we'll see if this is it. The mailboxes are over there.
Wait, Ben. There's an elevator boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, can I help you, gentlemen?
We're in the police department. Does Mr. Walter Rifkin have an apartment here?
Yes, sir. He certainly does. 3D. Oh, yes.
Guess you don't want to be announced, though, huh?
Why do you guess that? Been any trouble?
Oh, not exactly trouble.
Well, what happened, son?
Oh, nothing much. It was just a girl. I think he called her Margaret. Maybe it was Marjorie. Anyhow, she ran out of here a little while ago. Came down the steps and got in a cab outside.
Mr. Rifkin was after her?
He sure was. But she got away. Rifkin went back upstairs.
Well, when was this?
Oh, about 10 minutes ago. You want to go up?
I think we'd better.
Say, bet you fellas go out on plenty of strange cases, huh? At all hours. I mean, third floor to your right.
Thanks. Go on back downstairs, son.
Yes, sir.
Cover me, man.
Right.
Who is it?
The police, Mr. Rifkin. Lieutenant Guthrie.
Well, Lieutenant, what brings you here?
Mr. Welco was very helpful, Mr. Rifkin.
Edith.
She said she didn't want to be mixed up in a murder, Mr. Rifkin.
May we come in?
Why, sure, why not? I've nothing to hide. Come in, gentlemen. Living room straight ahead.
This is far enough, Mr. Rifkin.
What?
The lieutenant means that pocketbook on the table there.
Oh, that. Well, it's...
Don't waste a lot of time, Mr. Rifkin. The pocketbook isn't that important. We know what happened. The elevator boy told us about Margaret Kenline running out of here. The police officer used sap at Miss Kenline's apartment. Got a good look at you first.
Now, look, Lieutenant, what I told you before was the
Not
truth.
all of it. You didn't tell us about Edith DeRoca being your girlfriend.
How does she fit in?
Well, we were working together. I wanted Larry Zimmerman's files, his contacts, names, and numbers. I wanted the inside track that he had. I'd know what to do with it. Getting all that was Edith's job.
What about Margaret Kenline? Why did you bring her up here?
Because I think she killed Zimmerman, and whoever killed Zimmerman must have gotten the money that was supposed to be returned to me.
Did you find it on her?
No, she got away from me before I could search her.
You've looked through her purse there?
Looked 10 times. It's not there. But what is there, Lieutenant, convinced me. I've got the right party.
What do you mean? Hand me the purse, man.
I mean that I found a receipt in that pocketbook for a pair of earrings. A pair of Topaz earrings.
What do you know about that?
All I know is what I heard a cop say over at Zimmerman's place. That one Topaz earring was found on the rug under the body, right?
Yeah. Let's see what's in it.
Yeah, compact, lipstick, wallet, pack of lifesavers, another lipstick, and a receipt. Made out to Miss Margaret Kenline for one pair of Topaz earrings.
Soft face, soft voice, huh, man? My mistake. Mr. Rifkin, does Margaret Kenline know that you've seen this receipt?
No, I didn't go through her stuff until after she ran.
Good. Maybe she didn't run too far then.
Yeah, her partner's place, Lloyd Spees, Monroe Avenue, 4111.
Say, if you find her and she still has my money, I'll get it?
Probably, Mr. Rifkin. But exactly what you'll do with it for a while, I don't know.
What do you mean?
The lieutenant means that you're under arrest for assaulting an officer, among other things. Oh, Ben, do you want to have a second look at any of this stuff?
No, I don't think so. Receipt's enough for me, Matt. I'm so... Hey, Matt. Look at this.
What, the receipt again?
Yeah. Read it carefully, Matt. Then take Mr. Rifkin in, will you? I'll see you at the morning lineup.
Why, Lieutenant Guthrie, I didn't expect to see you again tonight. Well, come in.
Thanks. Mr. Spees, has Margaret been here?
I know she had. Well, not tonight. I mean, you care for a drink, Lieutenant?
Spees.
Yes, Lieutenant?
She was here, wasn't she?
Oh, no. She... Oh, well, what difference does it make? Yes, she was here about 20 minutes ago. She killed Larry, Lieutenant.
She said that?
Yes, when I mentioned the earring that you said was found in Zimmerman's apartment, she stopped trying to hide things. She admitted everything. Wasn't very nice to hear.
Jealousy was her motive, huh? I'll take that drink now, Mr. Speed.
Yes, it was jealousy, Lieutenant.
Uh-huh. And when she left, she give you any idea where she was heading?
No, she didn't, Lieutenant. No place at all was what she said when I asked her. What are you looking for, Lieutenant?
No place at all could be suicide, Speed.
I know, but she's a murderess, Lieutenant. I didn't try to stop her. Should I have?
Could you have?
Stopped her?
Stopped her? And turned her over to me? Could you have done that, Spears?
Well, of course, I suppose so. Why not, Lieutenant?
For one good reason. Your life, Spears. You see, I think you murdered Larry Zimmerman.
Me? Oh, no. It was Margaret. I told you that.
Yes, I know, but I don't believe you. I even think Margaret's still here, someplace in this house. You haven't had time to take her no place at all.
Yes, but the earrings, aren't they important? Don't they count?
Sure they do, sure. More than anything else. More than you know. I have the receipt for those earrings.
Yes, a receipt made out to Margaret, is that right?
Right, to Margaret. For a pair of topaz earrings, which she rented.
But rented?
Mm-hmm. For one of the models in tonight's fashion show, no doubt. The fashion show speeds that you ran because Margaret wasn't going and you were. So it was you who had the earrings, not Margaret. And you who dropped one of them at Larry Zimmerman's. Again, not Margaret. Now, where is she, Spees?
I don't know. She isn't here, I don't. But stay away from that door.
She in the bedroom? Is she in the bedroom?
Yes, she's tied up, but she's all right. I wasn't going to do anything until later. I had to kill Zimmerman.
Why, Spees? Did you invest with him, too?
Yes, it was only $2,000, but that was everything I had in the world. When he told me I'd lost my money, I just went out of my mind. You know the rest.
Yes. And Walter Rifkin's money, the $25,000 that was in the envelope. You have it?
Yes. It's inside. Lieutenant, I wish I'd never met Larry Zimmerman. Oh, I wish I'd never heard of him.
The lineup. For before you pass the innocent, the vagrant, the thief, the murderer. Listen again next week when we again bring you the lineup.
May I have your attention, please? You people out there on the other side of the wire in the audience room, may I have your attention, please? Thank you. My name is Greb, Sergeant Matt Greb. I'll explain the lineup to you. Each of the suspects you will see will be numbered. I'll call off a number, their name and charge. If you have any questions or identifications, call out the number. If you're sure or not too sure, have it. Now, Mr. Houston, your name?
The lineup, starring William Johnstone as Lieutenant Ben Guthrie and Wally Mayer as Sergeant Matt Greb, was written by Gene Levitt and Robert Mitchell, with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were John Stevenson, Ken Christie, Gene Bates, Irene Winston, Sidney Miller, Howard McNear, and Eddie Firestone. The lineup is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. Every Friday night on most of these same stations, you'll find two of CBS's most thrilling dramatic programs, Up for Parole and Broadway's My Beat. Up for Parole brings you hard-hitting, factual stories of men and women behind bars who are seeking another chance to live in human society. Broadway's My Beat brings you the adventures of Danny Clover, a plainclothesman along the Great White Way. Up for Parole and Broadway's My Beat are heard every Friday on CBS. Be listening, won't you? This is CBS, the Star's address, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Welcome back. Well, the lineup script for female suspects pretty much the same as for males, except for some differences, of course, the use of matrons. Somewhat interesting story behind that in some parts of the country. Mary Sullivan, who we'll actually meet in a few weeks, I'll tell you more about that when we get to her, was the first head of policewomen anywhere in the country. And one thing she tried to do was to get rid of the title of police matron, because the matrons actually earned less money than the male police officers, and they had a worse pension. So her effort was, you abolish that role and everyone gets paid the same as a patrolman. You know, I've actually had the idea, too, of having listeners, because that lineup script's the same. I've actually got it at greatdetectives.net. I've actually thought of having listeners read the lineup script and see who does perhaps the more interesting performance. So if you would like to read your own version, you can call 201-991-4783, and we'll play it in the after show segment. If you've got an interesting twist on it, you can just read it into the voicemail, or you can also send an MP3 file along. Well, we do turn now to a couple quick show matters. Coming up tomorrow, we have another episode of The Court of Last Resort. And you'll sure want to watch that if you can. It's a great mystery. And Joel comments on Facebook, I like this program. It has the crispness of Dragnet, but a bit more drama and human interaction. It is well acted, and the plots are interesting. I think that's true, particularly with today's really good little mystery here. And Karen says, I love this program. Well, thanks so much, Karen and Joel. Appreciate your comments. That'll do it for today. We will be back tomorrow with a video theater episode, and then join us back here on Monday for the adventures of Frank Race. In the meanwhile, you can send your comments to box13 at greatdetectives.net. Yeah, you can follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives, and you can call us 208-991-GREAT-D. That's 208-991-4783. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham, signing off.